DigitalPH, enabling digital opportunities for Filipinos. Next Wave Cities. Baguio City is one of the prime locations for IT BPM industry, with its constant recognition as one of the top 10 next wave cities in the Philippines since 2011, and one of the top 100 outsourcing destinations globally as recognized by Tholons, the leading strategic advisory firm for global outsourcing research.
My name is Michael Oliver Delevana. I'm the Vice President for Operations for Sitel's North Luzon region. I've been working for Sitel for going on 12 years now. I started out in 2004 as an agent for the very first account. I moved through coach track training, then became a coach, operations manager track training, then I became a manager, all the way to where I am now. Back in 2003, going into 2004 when I started with the company, our plans were to migrate to the US. So my sister-in-law has a nursing home there. But I've always said I wanted my kids to grow up in the same city where I grew up in. Sitel, this company, has given me the opportunity to do just that. Knowing that for every one BPO employee or associate, that there are 7 others, either family or friends, that are helped by that, is even more rewarding than the physical or material stuff.
The Next Wave Cities program focuses on the creation and development of ICT hubs, which will serve as business and innovation centers and investment destinations outside Metro Manila, thus creating economic opportunities in these areas. Stepping up the value chain. The developments in the game industry evidently shows the growing wider appreciation and interest of students and professionals in games development.
I took game design and development abroad. It's in Full Sail University. After I graduated, it was quite hard for me to get a job. Shortly after that, I went back home to the Philippines. So I worked as a contract engineer for a group of companies. Shortly after that, I dedicated some of those time to teach game design and development in our local university here. As a role model, having the opportunity of getting educated from these schools that focuses on game design and development, what I can do is share my knowledge, continue teaching these next generation of people who will be driving our economy here in the Philippines. If they could take advantage of those computer skills, they could apply it to their work, bring in more dollars, basically, to the Philippines, our country.
The Stepping Up the Value Chain initiative aims to develop the higher value and more complex services capabilities that the country's IT BPM segments could offer. These segments are information technology, healthcare information management, software development, finance and accounting, animation and games development. SeedPH. SeedPH involves activities to develop startup ideas, skills, and mindset as it conducts different activities to orient the youth on the opportunities to position Philippines as a leading digital economy.
I'm Franz Maverick Lorilla. I'm from Davao City. I just graduated from University of Southeastern Philippines, taking Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Right now, we're building a startup called Cloud Farm Innovations. Cloud Farm Innovation is a company that aims to help our Filipino farmers to simplify their lives in agriculture through technology. We see potential in agriculture, and that is why we put our interests, our skills and talent to do such a thing that could help farmers to maximize their yield. Right now, our company is developing a product which is a smart IoT sensor and app that allows farmers to maximize their yield through advanced monitoring and analytics of the crop condition. What inspires us to make this startup is we all came from family of farmers, and we see a lot of opportunity in agriculture, and there's a lot of problems needed to be solved. That is why we build this technology that will help farmers make a smarter decision in farming by giving them the information that they need through the use of an app and a device that is put on the farm.
CPH promotes digital entrepreneurship and advocates the development of the country's startup ecosystem by unifying its players and stakeholders towards the community's common goals. Rural Impact Sourcing. RIS program also involves training and development of talents in the countryside to enable them to provide IT BPM services while working from home.
I am Niling Baterna from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte, an online worker. I started online work in the year 2007. Nag-enroll po ako for college sa Iligan Institute of Technology po. Yung papa ko po, farmer po siya. Yun po bumubuhay sa amin. Natuto akong mag-ani po ng palay, tapos magtanim din. Tumutulong sa paglagay ng mga similya po ng palay po. Uso pa yun yung Friendster. Yun lang yung pinakamalakas na social media site noon. So dun po nagsimula ang lahat. Isa pong employer ang gustong mag-hire sa akin. I started as a data entry personnel for pnworldwide.com. Yung salary ko po noon is 16,000 po pesos. Malaking tulong po yun sa pamilya ko kasi kapag bibigay ako ng pera sa mama ko, sa papa, para rin sa palayan namin. Now, I am the owner of Kapatagan Web Services. Pwede palang gawin dito sa rural with the help sa inyong program po. Kaya yun, nagpursige po kami with the help of our mayor na ipuso magkaroon ng homegrown BPO dito. Yung mainly in-offer po namin is web developing, social media marketing, lead generation, search engine optimization, both on-page and off-page. Gumagawa rin po kami ng plugin developing po ngayon. Meron na po akong natulungan ng mga local online worker dito sa Kapatagan po. Train po sila para maging social media marketer as a start, and then naging search engine optimizer din po sila by my guidance po. Yung basic skills po na kailangan magsimula sa online work is meron kang social media presence sa iyong sarili, knowledge in computer, tech savvy, and also an internet researcher. At least po, high school graduate po. Pwede na po siya. Marami po kaming mga kliyente. Kami po ang nagmamarket ng mga services nila. Malaki po na itulong itong online work na rural impact sourcing. Dito sa Kapatagan, maliit lang po yung wage o salary. Yung sa online work po, malaki po siya. It's range 8,000 to 50,000 po. Malaki po itong tulong sa isang tao o sa isang worker na nandito lang sa Kapatagan po.
Rural Impact Sourcing, or RIS, aims to promote ICT-enabled jobs as a high-value economic activity in rural communities.
To be able to make a difference in people's lives through the industry and through this company, it's just invaluable.
Iba talaga yung effect ng ICT, not just only in communication, but also in employment and even entrepreneurship.
The most important thing is you must have passion for what you do. If you're doing something that you're not happy with, then there's no really point in continuing. Second is determination. Just keep on doing what you need to do, guys. So just keep on moving. Do the hard work.
Keep doing what is right and what you love. When it comes to online work, it needs dedication and a proper exercise of attitude.
My name is Michael Oliver Delevana. I'm the Vice President for Operations for Sitel's North Luzon region.
I am Brent Shua from Bacolod City, game developer, startup founder, and a technopreneur.
I am Franz Maverick Lorilla. I'm from Davao City, and I am a startup founder.
I am Niling Baterna from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte. I was an online freelancer, and now I am a digital entrepreneur.
Wherever you are in the Philippines, there is an opportunity waiting for you. Next wave cities. Stepping up the value chain. Seed PH. Rural Impact Sourcing. And the Department of Information and Communications Technology continues to strive to build more bridges, generate better options, and connect you to the endless possibilities in the world of ICT. Digital PH. Digital opportunities for everyone. Digital PH, enabling digital opportunities for Filipinos. Next wave cities. Baguio City is one of the prime locations for IT BPM industry with its constant recognition as one of the top 10 next wave cities in the Philippines since 2011 and one of the top 100 outsourcing destinations globally as recognized by Tholons, the leading strategic advisory firm for global outsourcing research.
My name is Michael Oliver Delevana. I'm the Vice President for Operations for Sitel's North Luzon region. I've been working for Sitel for going on 12 years now. I started out in 2004 as an agent for the very first account. So I moved through coach track training, then became a coach, operations manager track training, then I became a manager, all the way to where I am now. Back in 2003, going into 2004 when I started with the company, our plans were to migrate to the US. So my sister-in-law has a nursing home there. But I've always said I wanted my kids to grow up in the same city where I grew up in. Sitel, this company has given me the opportunity to do just that. Knowing that for every one BPO employee or associate, that there are 7 others, either family or friends that are helped by that, is even more rewarding than the physical or material stuff.
The Next Wave Cities program focuses on the creation and development of ICT hubs which will serve as business and innovation centers and investment destinations outside Metro Manila, thus creating economic opportunities in these areas. Stepping up the value chain. The developments in the game industry evidently shows the growing wider appreciation and interest of students and professionals in games development.
I took game design and development abroad. It's in Full Sail University. After I graduated, it was quite hard for me to get a job. Shortly after that, I went back home to the Philippines. So I worked as a contract engineer for a group of companies. Shortly after that, I dedicated some of those time to teach game design and development in our local university here. As a role model, having the opportunity of getting educated from these schools that focuses on game design and development, what I can do is share my knowledge, continue teaching these next generation of people who will be driving our economy here in the Philippines. If they could take advantage of those computer skills, they could apply it to their work, bring in more dollars, basically, to the Philippines, our country.
The Stepping Up the Value Chain initiative aims to develop the higher value and more complex services capabilities that the country's IT BPM segments could offer. These segments are information technology, healthcare information management, software development, finance and accounting, animation and games development. Seed PH. Seed PH involves activities to develop startup ideas, skills, and mindset as it conducts different activities to orient the youth on the opportunities to position Philippines as a leading digital economy.
I'm Franch Maverick Lorilla. I'm from Davao City. I just graduated from University of Southeastern Philippines, taking Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Right now, we're building a startup called Cloud Farm Innovations. Cloud Farm Innovation is a company that aims to help our Filipino farmers to simplify their lives in agriculture through technology. We see potential in agriculture, and that is why we put our interests, our skills and talent to do such a thing that could help farmers to maximize their yield. Right now, our company is developing a product which is a smart IoT sensor and app that allows farmers to maximize their yield through advanced monitoring and analytics of the crop condition. What inspires us to make this startup is we all came from family of farmers, and we see a lot of opportunity in agriculture, and there's a lot of problems needed to be solved. That is why we build this technology that will help farmers make a smarter decision in farming by giving them the information that they need through the use of an app and a device that is put on the farm.
CPH promotes digital entrepreneurship and advocates the development of the country's startup ecosystem by unifying its players and stakeholders towards the community's common goals. Rural Impact Sourcing. RIS program also involves training and development of talents in the countryside to enable them to provide IT BPM services while working from home.
I am named Patarlas from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte, an online worker. I started online work in the year 2007. Nag-enroll po ako for college sa Iligan Institute of Technology po. Yung papa ko po, farmer po siya. Yun po bumubuhay sa amin. Natuto akong mag-ani po ng palay, tapos magtanim din. Tumutulong sa paglagay ng mga similya po ng palay po. Uso pa yung Friendster, yun lang yung pinakamalakas na social media site noon. So dun po nagsimula ang lahat. Isa pong employer ang gustong mag-hire sa akin. I started as a data entry personnel for pnworldwide.com. Yung salary ko po noon is 16,000 po pesos. Malaking tulong po yun sa pamilya ko kasi kapag bibigay ako ng pera sa mama ko, sa papa, para din sa palayan namin. Now, I am the owner of Kapatagan Web Services. Pwede palang gawin dito sa rural with the help sa inyong program po. Kaya yun, nagpursige po kami with the help of our mayor na ipuso magkaroon ng homegrown BPO dito. Yung mainly in-offer po namin is web developing, social media marketing, lead generation, search engine optimization, both on-page and off-page. Gumagawa rin po kami ng plugin developing po ngayon. Meron na po akong natulungan ng mga local online worker dito sa Kapatagan po. Train po sila para maging social media marketer as a start, and then naging search engine optimizer din po sila by my guidance po. Yung basic skills po na kailangan magsimula sa online work is meron kang social media presence sa iyong sarili, knowledge in computer, and tech savvy, and also an internet researcher. At least po, high school graduate po. Pwede na po siya. Marami po kaming mga kliyente. Kami po ang nagmamarket ng mga services nila. Malaki pong naitulong itong online work na rural impact sourcing. Dito sa Kapatagan, maliit lang po yung wage o salary. Yung sa online work po, malaki po siya. It's range 8,000 to 50,000 po. Malaki po itong tulong sa isang tao o sa isang worker na nandito lang sa Kapatagan po.
Rural Impact Sourcing, or RIS, aims to promote ICT-enabled jobs as a high-value economic activity in rural communities.
To be able to make a difference in people's lives through the industry and through this company, it's just invaluable.
Iba talaga yung effect ng ICT, not just only in communication, but also in employment and even entrepreneurship.
The most important thing is you must have passion for what you do. If you're doing something that you're not happy with, then there's no really point in continuing. Second is determination. Just keep on doing what you need to do, guys. So just keep on moving. Do the hard work.
Keep doing what is right and what you love. When it comes to online work, it needs dedication and a proper exercise of attitude.
My name is Michael Oliver Delevana. I'm the Vice President for Operations for Sitel's North Luzon region.
I am Brent Shua from Bacolod City, game developer, startup founder, and a technopreneur.
I am Franz Maverick Lorilla. I'm from Davao City, and I am a startup founder.
I am Nilin Baterna from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte. I was an online freelancer, and now I am a digital entrepreneur.
Wherever you are in the Philippines, there is an opportunity waiting for you. Next Wave Cities. Stepping up the value chain. Seed PH. Rural Impact Sourcing. And the Department of Information and Communications Technology continues to strive to build more bridges, generate better options, and connect you to the endless possibilities in the world of ICT. Digital PH. Digital opportunities for everyone. Digital PH, enabling digital opportunities for Filipinos. Next Wave Cities. Baguio City is one of the prime locations for IT BPM industry with its constant recognition as one of the top 10 next wave cities in the Philippines since 2011 and one of the top 100 outsourcing destinations globally as recognized by Tholons, the leading strategic advisory firm for global outsourcing research.
My name is Michael Oliver Delapena. I'm the Vice President for Operations for Sitel's North Luzon region. I've been working for Sitel for going on 12 years now. I started out in 2004 as an agent for the very first account. So I moved through coach track training, then became a coach, operations manager track training, then I became a manager, all the way to where I am now. Back in 2003, going into 2004, when I started with the company, our plans were to migrate to the US. So my sister-in-law has a nursing home there. But I've always said I wanted my kids to grow up in the same city where I grew up in. Sitel, this company has given me the opportunity to do just that. Knowing that for every one BPO employee or associate, that there are 7 others, either family or friends, that are helped by that, is even more rewarding than the physical or material stuff.
The Next Wave Cities program focuses on the creation and development of ICT hubs which will serve as business and innovation centers and investment destinations outside Metro Manila, thus creating economic opportunities in these areas. Stepping up the value chain. The developments in the game industry evidently shows the growing wider appreciation and interest of students and professionals in games development.
I took game design and development abroad. It's in Full Sail University. After I graduated, it was quite hard for me to get a job. Shortly after that, I went back home to the Philippines. So I worked as a contract engineer for a group of companies. Shortly after that, I dedicated some of those time to teach game design and development in our local university here. As a role model, having the opportunity of getting educated from these schools that focuses on game design and development, what I can do is share my knowledge, continue teaching these next generation of people who will be driving our economy here in the Philippines. If they could take advantage of those computer skills, they could apply it to their work, bring in more dollars, basically, to the Philippines, our country.
The Stepping Up the Value Chain initiative aims to develop the higher value and more complex services capabilities that the country's IT BPM segments could offer. These segments are information technology, healthcare information management, software development, finance and accounting, animation and games development. Seed PH. Seed PH involves activities to develop startup ideas, skills, and mindset as it conducts different activities to orient the youth on the opportunities to position Philippines as a leading digital economy.
I'm Franch Maverick Lorilla. I'm from Davao City. I just graduated from University of Southeastern Philippines, taking Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Right now, we're building a startup called Cloud Farm Innovations. Cloud Farm Innovation is a company that aims to help our Filipino farmers to simplify their lives in agriculture through technology. We see potential in agriculture, and that is why we put our interests, our skills and talent to do such a thing that could help farmers to maximize their yield. Right now, our company is developing a product which is a smart IoT sensor and app that allows farmers to maximize their yield through advanced monitoring and analytics of the crop condition. What inspires us to make this startup is we all came from family of farmers, and we see a lot of opportunity in agriculture, and there's a lot of problems needed to be solved. That is why we build this technology that will help farmers make a smarter decision in farming by giving them the information that they need through the use of an app and a device that is put on the farm.
Seed PH promotes digital entrepreneurship and advocates the development of the country's startup ecosystem by unifying its players and stakeholders towards the community's common goals. Rural Impact Sourcing. RIS program also involves training and development of talents in the countryside to enable them to provide IT BPM services while working from home.
I am Hiling Baterna from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte, an online worker. I started online work in the year 2007. Nag-enroll po ako for college sa Iligan Institute of Technology po. Yung papa ko po, farmer po siya. Yun po bumubuhay sa amin. Natuto akong mag-ani po ng palay, tapos magtanim din. Tumutulong sa paglagay ng mga similya po ng palay po. Uso pa yung Friendster, yun lang yung pinakamalakas na social media site noon. So dun po nagsimula ang lahat. Isa pong employer ang gustong mag-hire sa akin. I started as a data entry personnel for pnworldwide.com. Yung salary ko po noon is 16,000 po pesos. Malaking tulong po yun sa pamilya ko kasi kapag bibigay ako ng pera sa mama ko, sa papa, para rin sa palayan namin. Now, I am the owner of Kapatagan Web Services. Pwede palang gawin dito sa rural with the help sa inyong program po. Kaya yun, nagpursige po kami with the help of our mayor.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Magkaroon ng
can you hear me?
Dito. Yung
Those
main
who
offer
are
po
in
namin
Google Meet,
is web
if yes, you
developing,
can hear me.
social media marketing,
Please.
lead generation, search engine optimization,
Alright.
on-page, off-page. Gumagawa rin po kami ng plugin developing po ngayon. Meron na po ako
Alright, thank you for responding. So, in a few minutes, we will be starting our webinar. We are just waiting for a few more important people to come in. Although we may start in any minute. So for those who are in Google Meet, please do not forget to always mute your microphones because you might be heard over live in Facebook. Also, by the way, we are already live in Facebook.
High school graduate po.
If in case you want to share our Facebook Live,
kami po ang nagmamarket
the link is already I shared the link in our chat panel.
na
Although
rural
you can,
impact sourcing. Dito
you
sa
can,
Kapatagan, maliit lang po yung
invite your
wage o
friends
salary.
or relatives to
Yung
join
sa online
here
work po,
in
malaki
Google
po
Meet.
siya. It's range 8,000
But nevertheless, they
to
can
50,000
watch
po.
over Facebook
Malaki
Live.
po itong tulong sa isang
Either
tao
way,
o sa isang worker.
all of you
nandito
can
lang
receive certificates.
sa
So
Kapatagan
whether
po.
here in Google Meet
Rural Impact
or
Sourcing,
in
or
Facebook Live.
RIS,
Although,
aims to
um,
promote
it is
ICT-enabled
better to
jobs
join
as
here
a
in Google Meet
high-value
because you
economic
have
activity
direct
in rural
interaction
communities.
with our
To be able to
speakers
make a
for
difference
this afternoon.
in
We have a
people's
lot of
lives through the industry and through this company.
certified online freelancers
invaluable.
joining us. This is actually the
Ba talaga
first
yung effect ng
webinar
ICT, not
to
just
the
only in
ICT
communication,
VC2
but also
where
in
we have
employment
a lot
and even
of speakers,
entrepreneurship.
around
The
7.
most
We
important
have
thing
7
is you
speakers.
must
So
have passion for
this
what
is
you
a
do.
jam-packed
If you're doing something that you're not happy
webinar
with,
this afternoon.
then there's no really point in continuing. Second is determination. Just keep on doing what you need to do, guys. So just keep on moving. Do the hard work.
Keep doing what is right and what you love. When it comes to online work, it needs dedication and a proper exercise of attitude.
My name is
Sir
Michael
Ruel,
Oliver
for your
Delevana.
question, if this is
I'm the
being
Vice
recorded,
President for Operations
actually,
for
this
Sitel's
is
North Luzon region.
being
I
streamed
am
live
Renzo
over
from
Facebook. So
Housekeeping,
every
game developer,
after
startup founder, and an entrepreneur.
an
I am
FB live is
Maverick
done,
Lorelia.
it is
I'm from
actually
Davao City, and I
automatically
am a startup
recorded.
founder.
So,
I am Milin Baterna from
a
Kapatagan,
recorded
Lanao del Norte. I was an
version
online
of this
freelancer
can
and
be
now
watched
I am a
through
digital
the same
entrepreneur.
link, through the same
Wherever you
Facebook
are
page.
in the Philippines, there is an opportunity waiting for you. Next Wave Cities. Stepping up the value chain. Seed PH. Rural Impact Sourcing. And the Department of Information and Communications Technology continues to strive to build more bridges, generate better options, and connect you to the endless possibilities in the world
I'm also
of
first one of the
ICT.
moderators, and just
Digital
some
PH.
housekeeping.
Digital
Please
opportunities
don't forget
for
to turn off
everyone.
your mic. If you have some questions, just put it on the chat window, and we will be able to read those after every speaker. Okay, so
Digital
also
PH.
they'll also be
digital
providing some
opportunities
tips,
for Filipinos.
some crash courses. So it would be best that you have
Next Wave
a
Cities.
pen and paper with you as well. And we don't have a quiz, but we do
Baguio
have a
City
survey.
is one of the prime
Which will be
locations
given
for
out at the
IT
end of the,
BPM industry
of
with
this
its constant
webinar.
recognition
And
as
before you'll
one
be
of
able
the
to
top
proceed
10 next
and
wave
submit
cities
that
in the
survey,
Philippines since
you need to
2011
enter a
and
code.
one of
We
the
have a
top
code of the
100
day,
outsourcing
which will be given
destinations
in
globally
between
as recognized
the-
by Tholons,
in
the
between
leading
the session.
strategic
So,
advisory
and once you
firm
have that,
for
please
global
don't share it to your
outsourcing
friends.
research.
This is for
My name is
everyone
Michael
to be
Oliver
able to
Delevana.
listen
I'm the
properly.
Vice President for Operations for
Okay,
Sitel's
so you
North
have
Luzon
this code
region.
of the day
I've been working
that you
for
will need
Sitel
to enter on the
going on 12
survey link
years
that
now.
will be given
I
out.
started out in
And yes, you can
2004
still
as an
join
intern
the
for the
webinar
very first
and
account.
invite your
I moved
friends
through
through
coach training
Facebook
and became a coach,
or through
operations
Google.
manager,
Feel free to
training,
share
and
the
became
room to
manager,
them.
all the way to where I am now. Back in 2003, going into 2004, when I started with the company, our plans were to migrate to the
So
US.
for
My
FAQs,
sister-in-law
do you have
has a nursing
certificates?
home
Yes,
there.
we'll be giving out
But I've always
certificates.
said I wanted
The
my kids to grow up
for
in the same city where I
those who
grew
will
up
be able
in.
to
Sitel, this
answer
company
the
has
survey
given me
would be
the
at 5
opportunity to
p.m.
do
So
just that. Knowing that
at 5 p.m.
for every one BPO
or
employee,
probably 6 p.m. today,
or associate,
you'll-
that there are 7
those who
others,
will or
either family
those who
or
are
friends
able
that
to
are
answer
helped by
the
that.
survey
It's
will
even
be
more
given,
rewarding
will
than
be
physical
given
or
certificates.
material stuff.
And please
The
take note
Next
of the
Wave
code of the
Cities
day. Once you
program
have it, do not
focuses
share
on the
it to
creation
everyone
and
or your
development of
friends.
ICT
That's,
hubs, which
to
will
make sure
serve
that
as
you've
business
read,
and
you've
innovation
listened to the
centers
session.
and investment destinations outside
So
Metro Manila,
this is actually,
thus creating
while waiting
economic
for
opportunities in these areas.
This is actually a well-rounded
Stepping up the
webinar.
value
We
chain.
have an ESL teacher We have
The
virtual
developments
assistants.
in the game
We have
industry
social media
evidently shows
manager,
the growing wider
project lead,
appreciation
of
and
digital
interest of
marketing.
students
We
and
also have web
professionals
developer,
in games
content
development.
writer, and we
I
also
took
have
game design and
founders
development in abroad. It's in Wholesale University. After I graduated, it was quite hard for me to get a job.
This is
Shortly
a
after
broad
that, I
one
went back
and
home to the
sort of like a
Philippines.
crash
So I
course for you
worked
to be
as
able to
a
get the
contract
grasp
engineer
of how
for a group of
online
companies.
networking
Shortly
is
after that, I dedicated some of those time to teach game design and development in our local
So we're
university
still
here.
waiting
As
for
a role
some.
model, having the opportunity
And
of
feel free to
getting
share
educated
this
from these
link,
schools
the
that
Google Meet link for
focuses
the
on
FB
games
Live.
and development. What I can do is share my knowledge, continue teaching these next generation of people who will be driving our economy here in the Philippines. If they could take advantage of those computer skills, they could apply it to their work, bring in more dollars, basically, to the Philippines, our country.
The Stepping Up the Value Chain
While
initiative
while
aims to
waiting,
develop
maybe we
the
can
higher
do
value
some
and
tech
more
check now
complex
for
services
our
capabilities that the country's
speakers for
IT
this
BPM
afternoon, also
segments
to check
could offer.
and
These
do a roll
segments
call of
are
attendance
information technology,
if you are already in. So
healthcare
to the
information
rest, to our
software development,
participants, no,
finance
aside from
and
the
accounting,
speakers, please don't
animation
forget
and
to
games
mute your
development,
microphones while you are here because you might be heard over Facebook Live.
CPH,
Alright, so let's do a roll call of our speakers for
CPH
this
involves
afternoon.
activities to
To
develop
our speakers,
startup
if you are
ideas,
cold,
skills, and mindset,
please say
as it
a
conducts
little
different
hi just to check
activities
if
to orient the
your
youth
audio
on
is
the
heard.
opportunities
Alright,
to
and please don't
position
forget to
Philippines
unmute.
as a leading
So
digital
may I
economy.
call Denise Sarmiento?
I'm French Maverick Lorena.
Are you
Hi,
here?
everyone.
I just graduated
Yes,
from
good
University of
afternoon.
Southeastern Philippines, taking Bachelor
Alright,
of Science
thank you,
in
Miss
Electronics
Denise. We
Engineering.
are
Right now, we're
excited
building
Thank
a
you.
startup called Cloudfarm Innovation.
for
Cloudfarm
your
Innovation is a company that aims to
for your
help
speaking
our
part.
Filipino
So long time no
farmers
see.
to simplify
How
their
is
lives in
Siquijor?
agriculture through
Yes,
technology. We
it's
see
fine.
potential in agriculture, and
Alright,
that
thank you,
is
Miss
why
Denise. How
we
about
put our interest,
Miss Karin
our skills and
Patarlas?
talent to do
Tama
such a thing that could
Yes,
help
I'm here, present.
farmers to maximize
Present.
their
Hello,
yield.
good afternoon,
Right now, our
everyone.
company is developing a product.
So am I
which is
right?
a
Is
smart
Trato, this
IoT
is Sir
sensor
Ruben's
and
digital
app
marketing
that
na ano?
allows farmers to
Company, tama ba?
maximize their
Ruben
yield
Licera?
through advanced monitoring
Yes
and
po.
analytics of the crop conditions.
Alright.
What inspires us to
Thank
make
you.
this startup
Thank
is
you, Miss
we all
Karin.
came
So
from
we
family
can
of
hear
farmers.
you loud and clear.
And
How
we see a
about
lot of
Miss Nerissa
opportunity in
Maglangit?
agriculture, and there's a lot
Hello.
of problems needed to be solved. That is why we
Alright.
build this technology
Hello.
Good
that will
afternoon,
help
Miss Nerissa.
farmers
Yes, we
make a
can
smarter
hear you.
decision in farming
Hi, good
by
afternoon.
giving them the information that they need
Good
to the
afternoon.
use
So
of
are you also
an
in the
app
office
and
right now
a
in the
device that
ACT
is
Siquijor
rooted in
or
farm.
Yes.
CPH
Alright, so
promotes
na-demo
digital
diha kila Miss
entrepreneurship and
Chris and
advocates the
everyone
development
else.
of the country's startup ecosystem by
Alright.
unifying its
Thank you.
players and
How about
stakeholders
Sir
towards the
Ruel
community's
Paras
common goals.
and Mr. Sherwin Manaay? Are you
Rural
also
Impact
here?
Sourcing.
I believe.
Yes, sir.
Present.
Bindoy Webworks here.
Alright.
RIS program also
Hi,
involves training
Sir
and
Sherwin and
development
Sir Ruel.
of
Long time no
talent in
see.
the countryside
Good
to enable
afternoon.
them to provide IT BPM services
Kumusta
while
naman
working from
ang ato
home.
ang Bindoy?
It's good.
I am Niling Baterna from
Bindoy Ragyapan.
Kapatagan Lanao del Norte, an online worker. I started online work
Lumalaban.
in year
Okay, so we can hear you loud and
2007.
clear.
Nag-enroll po ako for
How
college
about our
sa Ligan
couple, our
Institute
power
of
couple?
Technology po. Yung papa ko po, farmer
Sorry
po
to
siya.
mispronounce
Yung
your
po
name,
bumubuhay
sir.
sa amin, natuto akong
It's kind of
panin po ng
imported
palay,
ang pangalan.
Tapos magtanim din.
Febviven,
Tumutulong
tama
sa
ba?
paglagay ng
Sir,
mga
my
similya
husband
po
is
ng palay
still
po.
not in the
Also pa yung
Google Meet in this
Friendster,
room because
yun lang yung
we're using the same
pinakamalakas na
laptop, and I'm not
social
sure if
media
it's
site
okay
noon.
if
So,
he
doon
uses
po
another
nagsimula
computer
ang
without
lahat.
a
Isa
camera.
kong employer ang
Yeah, it's okay. It
gusto
doesn't
mag-hire
matter.
sa akin. I started
Okay.
as
There is
Okay.
no problem. So,
data entry
by the way, to our
personnel
speakers, it is
for
up to you if you
PNWorldwide.com.
if you turn
Yung
on your
salary ko po
cameras.
noon is
Although
16,000 po
we would really
pesos.
appreciate if
Malaking
you
tulong
turn
po
on
yun
your
sa pamilya
cameras
ko
for
kasi kapag
our
bibigay ako ng pera sa
participants
mama
to
ko,
see
papa,
your
para rin
beautiful
palayanan.
and handsome faces,
Now,
no?
I am the
Para
owner of
ma-inspire
Kapatagan
sila
Web
aside from
Services.
your
Pwede
words,
pa lang gawin dito
but
sa
Okay.
rural
also of
with the help
your
sa inyong program po. Kaya
your
yun,
visuals.
nagpursige po kami.
Thank
With
you.
the help of
So you
our
can be
mayor
heard. I
na
think
ipuso,
our
magkaroon
speakers
ng
are already
homegrown
complete.
BPO dito. Yung mainly
But
in-offer po namin
I
is
think we're still
web
waiting
developing,
for
social media marketing,
our
lead
congressman,
generation, search engine optimization
Chris,
po,
or
on
someone
page
from the
and
office
off
of
page. Gumagawa rin po
Congressman
kami ng plugin developing
Jake
po.
Villa of
Meron na po ako natulungan ng
Siquijor.
mga local online worker dito sa Kapatagan po. Train
Yes, at this
sila
time, he
para
still have
maging
a
social
meeting.
media marketer as a start, and then naging search engine optimizer din po sila by my guidance po. Yung basic skills po na kailangan magsimula sa online work is meron kang social media presence sa iyong sarili, knowledge in computer, and tech savvy, and also an internet researcher. At least po, high school graduate po. Pwede na po siya. Marami po kaming mga kliyente. Kami po ang nagmamarket ng mga services nila. Malaki po na itulong itong online work na rural impact sourcing. Dito sa Kapatagan, maliit lang po yung wage o salary. Yung sa online work po, malaki po siya. It's range 8,000 to 50,000 po. Malaki po itong tulong sa isang tao o sa isang worker na nandito lang sa Kapatagan po.
Rural Impact Sourcing, or RIS, aims to promote ICT-enabled jobs as a high-value economic activity in rural communities.
To be able to
So
make a
while we
difference
are
in
waiting,
people's lives
do not
through
worry, no.
MSC and
We are
through this company. It's just
our
invaluable.
conversation is still
Iba
not
talaga yung
being
effect
heard
ng
over
ICT,
Facebook
not just
Live.
only in communication,
So
but
what
also in employment
is seen
and
over
even
Facebook
entrepreneurship.
is
The most
some
important thing is you must
AVP
have passion
from the
for what you
ICT.
do. If you're doing
But
something
in a minute,
that
we
you're not happy
can start.
with, then there's no
So while
really
we
point
are
in
waiting,
continuing.
masig na
Second
na
is
intermission number diha.
determination. Just keep on doing what
Si
you need
Miss
to do,
Ada,
guys. So just
katapusan,
keep on moving. Do the hard work.
Bilyaksis.
Keep
Masig
doing
na
what is right
kanta.
and what you love.
Or si Miss
When it comes to
Jonah,
online
mag-duet
work,
mo.
it needs dedication and
No social
proper
fun.
exercise of attitude.
My name is Michael Oliver.
Si Miss ano po,
Delevana.
si Miss Chizu
I'm the
Marie
Vice
Duran.
President for Operations for
Polinians.
Sitel's North Luzon region.
Welcome
I am Brent
aboard.
Shua from Bacolod City, game developer, startup founder, and a technopreneur.
I am Franz Maverick Lorilla. I'm from Davao City, and I am a startup founder.
I am Nilin Baterna from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte. I was an
Wala,
online
wala mag-intermission.
freelancer,
Ako na
and
lang,
now
ako na lang
I
kanta
am a
para
digital entrepreneur.
muulan. Diba sa init kayo
Wherever
diya sa
you
inyo.
are in the Philippines, there is an opportunity
Ay,
waiting for
dili
you.
po mo ganahan. Wala mo dito ba? Sige. Ayaw na lang.
Next Wave Cities. Stepping up the value chain. Seed PH. Rural Impact Sourcing. And the Department of Information and Communications Technology continues to strive to build more bridges, generate better options, and connect you to the endless
Uy,
possibilities
Gio.
in the world of
You are here.
ICT.
Kasi ikaw, ganang ka mag-volunteer o kanta.
Digital opportunities for everyone. Digital PH, enabling digital opportunities for Filipinos.
Okay, so
Next
i-insert
Wave
na lang
Cities.
nato unya.
Baguio
Sige,
City
okay lang
is
to,
one
Chris.
of the
As
prime
long as ano
locations
siya,
for
ready
IT
or
BPM
and
industry
available.
with its constant
Wala, may
recognition
problem.
as one of the top 10 next wave cities in the Philippines since 2011 and one of the top 100 outsourcing destinations globally as recognized by Tholons, the leading strategic advisory firm for global outsourcing research.
My name is Michael Oliver Delevana. I'm the Vice President for Operations for Sitel's North Luzon region. I've been working for Sitel for going on 12 years now. I started out in 2004 as an agent for the very first account. So I moved through coach track training, then became a coach, operations manager track training, then I became a manager, all the way to where I am now. Back in 2003, going into 2004, when I started with the company, our plans were to migrate to the US. So my sister-in-law has a nursing home there. But I've always said I wanted my kids to grow up in the same city where I grew up in.
So you can still invite your friends
the opportunity to do just
through
knowing
the
that
Google Meet link or
for
through
every
Facebook.
one BPO employee.
So I'm pretty sure you'll be
or
able to learn a
associate, that
lot
there
of
are 7
things
others,
right today.
either family or friends that are helped by
And
that.
if you have some
It's
questions,
even more
feel
rewarding
free
than the physical
to
or material stuff.
if you have some
The
questions,
Next
feel
Wave
free
Cities
to
program focuses
post
on the
it on the
creation
chat window,
and
and
development
every
of
after
ICT
speaker
hubs, which
will
will
be
serve
reading
as
those
business
questions.
and
Kasi,
innovation centers and
it will
investment
be waiting
destinations
for
outside
for
Metro
all the
Manila,
speakers
thus creating
to
economic
finish.
opportunities
Baka
in
gahulin tayo
these
sa
areas.
oras. So we'll just
Stepping up the
go
value
ahead
chain.
and answer your questions after every speaker.
The developments
For the
in the game
freelancing
industry
couple,
evidently
Maureen and
shows
Feb,
the growing wider
after
appreciation and
their
interest of
discussions
students and
and
professionals in games
some
development.
I
tips,
took
then
game
that'll
design
be
and
the time
development
that
in
we'll
abroad.
be
It's in
asking
Full
some
Sail
questions.
University.
So, bale,
After I
atong
graduated, it
iusa
was
sila.
quite hard for me to get a job. Shortly after that, I went back home to the Philippines. So I worked as a contract engineer for a
So,
group
sila
of
may
companies.
last
Shortly
speakers
after
now?
that, I dedicated some of those
couple.
time to teach game
First,
design and
first
development
will
in our
be
local
Maureen.
university here. As a role model, having the
Maureen and
opportunity
then
of getting educated
Okay.
from these schools that focuses on game design and development, what I can do is share my knowledge, continue teaching these
3
next generation of
minutes
people
to go,
who will be driving
Chris.
our economy here in the
Okay.
Philippines. If they could take
So,
advantage
so
of
ang
those
situation
computer
karon,
skills,
actually no,
they
to
could
everyone,
apply it
to our
to their work,
participants who are
creating more
waiting.
dollars, basically to the
We are waiting
Philippines, our
for
country.
Congressman
The
to
Stepping
enter,
Up the
although
Value
he is
Chain initiative
currently on the
aims to
meeting. We can
develop the
proceed,
higher
but we'll
value
just
and
insert
more
him at any
complex
time.
services capabilities that the
Once he
country's
is already
IT
available
BPM
and
segments
inside
could
our
offer. These
room,
segments are information
so that we
technology,
can
healthcare
go
information
on with
management,
our
software
webinar
development,
this afternoon.
finance and accounting, animation and games development. Seed PH. Seed PH involves activities to develop startup ideas, skills, and mindset as it conducts different activities to orient the youth on the opportunities to position Philippines as a leading digital economy.
I'm Franch Maverick Lorilla. I'm from Davao City. I just graduated from University of Southeastern Philippines, taking Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Right now, we're building a startup called Cloud Farm Innovations. Cloud Farm Innovation is a company that aims to help our Filipino farmers to simplify their lives in agriculture through technology. We see potential in agriculture, and that is why we put our interests, our skills and talent to
2
such
minutes
a
to
thing
go.
that could help farmers to maximize their yield. Right now, our company is developing a product which is a smart IoT sensor and app that allows farmers to maximize their yield through advanced monitoring and analytics of the crop condition. What inspires us to make this startup is we all came from family of farmers, and we see a lot of opportunity in agriculture, and there's a lot of problems needed to be solved. That is why we build this technology that will help farmers make a smarter decision in farming by giving them the information that they need through the use of an app and a device that is put on the farm.
Seed PH promotes digital entrepreneurship and advocates the development of the country's startup ecosystem by unifying its players and stakeholders towards the community's common goals. Rural Impact Sourcing. RIS program also involves training and development of talents in the countryside to enable them to provide IT BPM services while working from home.
I am Hiling Baterna from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte, an online worker. I started online work in the year 2007. Nag-enroll po ako for college sa Iligan Institute of Technology po. Yung papa ko po, farmer po siya. Yun po bumubuhay sa amin. Natuto akong mag-ani po ng palay, tapos magtanim din. tumutulong sa paglagay ng mga similya po ng palay po. Uso pa yung Friendster, yun lang yung pinakamalakas na social media site noon. So dun po nagsimula ang lahat. Isa pong employer ang gustong mag-hire sa akin.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mary Chris from DICT Siquijor, and I hope everyone is doing well, and thank you for joining this webinar entitled Digital Jobs PH Workshop for Siquijor Residents. This is a free webinar for online freelancing. I'm pretty sure people heard about the word online freelancing, and due to, let's say, a bigger offer compared to the regular 8 to 5 jobs, a lot of people wants to know how to get into it, but only a few knows how to apply and all. So we have here, we're very provide us some tips how to be able to land a job in online freelancing. So we have English as a second language teacher. She's been working for 6 years. We also have virtual assistants. We also have speakers who were focused or who were working as social media managers, virtual assistants, who also, we also have a speaker doing digital marketing. Also have developer, web developer. Also have a group of online freelancers who get this is very. I'm pretty sure you learn a lot of things. I learned a lot of it. And just a tip though, I would advise you to grab a pen and paper because they'll be giving out tips and crash courses. So it would be better to grab a pen and paper, or if you have your computer or your cell phone, just take note and make sure to take notes. Okay, so let me just provide you some tips, housekeeping. Let me just provide you some housekeeping rules. So don't forget to mute your mic for those who are in Google Meet. Don't forget to mute your mic. Do not share the screen unless you are the speaker or organizer. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. They will be accommodated on every speaker, at the end of every speaker. And be sure to listen and take notes. So for you to be able to get certificates, you need to fill up the survey. And that survey, for you to be able to complete and submit, you need to enter a code. We have a code of the day, and that would be given in the middle. So please stay and complete the session. And yes, digital certificates will be given within 2 weeks. And don't forget to like our FB page at DICT FOOVC2. Okay, so for the demographics, so we have here who registered through this freelancing. We have from Siquijor, Poblacion, Tambisan, Candanay Norte, Calalinan. We also have some representatives from Maria in Nabutay, Poblacion Norte, in Lazi, Siquijor, from Gabayan, Tigbawan, Campalanas, Enrique Villanueva in Tulapos, Lorena in Taculing, South Poblacion, Nonok, and Nonok. And since this is also viewed online, we also have viewers from Iligan, Pampanga, Cebu, Rojas City, Bayawan City, Mabinay, Gaway-Gaway, SRC, Pembo, Makati City, Cavite, Marawi City, Biliran Province, Ipil, Sibula Negros Oriental, Holo Sulu, Pasig City, Los Baños, and of course, Sydney, Australia. And sa Facebook, we also have OFWs from Macau, who also hails from Enrique Villanueva. So thank you for joining this webinar. So most of our participants are female and 40% is male. Okay, so for the affiliations, most are students, unemployed overseas Filipino workers, government employees, and teachers. Okay, so for the opening prayer, let us call Engineer Kari Flores from Wi-Fi, from Free Public Wi-Fi of Region 7.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let us put ourselves in the presence of our Lord. Almighty Father, we praise and thank you for the gift of life and for this beautiful day. We thank you for your endless goodness to us. Thank you for all the skills and talents that you have given to each of us. As we gather in this online workshop, we ask you to give us great wisdom and insight in this workshop. Open our hearts and minds for better understanding to what is being discussed. Send forth your Holy Spirit to be present amongst us. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much. And to give us one of the messages, we have our ever active OIC Regional Director of Region 7 and 8. Let's welcome. He's the ever energetic and very supportive director, and to give he will be able to give us the welcome address. Let's welcome Director Frederick D.C. Amores.
Watching right now, especially to our citizens in Central Visayas, maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Special greetings to our local government units, partner stakeholders, coordinators who made this event possible. In the pandemic we're facing now, working from home is a good option, especially that workers do not have to leave the comforts of their homes and face the risk outside. With salary that is enticing and have more time with family and friends, online freelancing is the best alternative that Filipinos may consider. Today, we are gathered to open up to the community how online freelancing can provide our local talents an opportunity to work from home and earn for a living with fewer chances and lesser risk of facing an invisible enemy. Our speakers today will share their journey and give you tips and techniques on how to land to online jobs, which are very in demand nowadays. I hope that as you listen, you'll be able to gain insights and embrace the wonderful opportunities that online freelancing can give. We hope that one day you will belong to the so-called OFW 2.0 or online Filipino workers, who will someday contribute to the world-class Filipino talents, provide services to clients here and abroad. With that, I welcome you all to the DJT workshop for online freelancing, and may you be successful in your endeavors. Stay safe.
Thank you so much for that wonderful message, Director Vic. And this webinar is made possible in partnership with the Office of the Congressman Jake Vincent Villa of the Lone District of Siquijor. So welcome message. We may call our Lone District Congressman, our ever energetic Congressman Jake Vincent Villa.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Can everyone see me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I just want to give a message a bit. No, I think this is a good idea. No, it's like jump starting our jump starting already for the future. No, I think this is the way to go. Looking at the pandemic, maybe we can see, or maybe we can look at it how to say this, as a brighter or positive way. We gained the access, or we gained the process of jump starting webinars, and I think before we haven't used this not as much. Not as much. And now through this webinar, we can easily have jobs just in a click of our home. No, so staying at home lang, we can get more jobs. So again, good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone. I'm hoping to see each other after the seminar, and fully support our jump starting into the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that wonderful message, Congressman, and thank you so much. I know you also have a very private meeting a while ago, and thank you so much for your time and for joining in our webinar. So let's start with the webinar proper, and we now have the freelancer couple. We'll start with the Miss Maureen Gibones. She's an ESL, or the English language, or
English a second
English. Sorry, thank you. English as a second language teacher. She's been working for 6 years now, and she'll give you some tips on how to become one as well. So let's give a round of applause and let's welcome Miss Maureen Gibones.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, DICT, the stakeholders, my fellow speakers for this afternoon, and all the audience in our Facebook Live and here in the Google Meet. Let me introduce myself very quickly. My name is Maria Rowena Gibone. I'm from Maria Siquijor, and I'm married. I have 2 children. I graduated from the University of San Carlos, and then I worked in the BPO industry for about 2 years, but I worked as an ESL tutor for a total of almost 6 years. But I've only been a home-based ESL tutor for about 2 years now. So let me introduce you, if you're not familiar with ESL. So ESL is English as secondary language, and this is quite an in-demand job, especially these days, and in non-speaking countries like China or Japan or Korea, maybe Thailand too, or some other countries. And I feel like it's one of the home-based jobs that you can easily apply for and get accepted in if you have the skills for it. And the skills that are needed in this job is quite attainable. So yeah, let me just give you a brief history of my ESL experience. So I had a 3-year experience as an ESL tutor, but it's an office-based online ESL tutorial service in Cebu City for Korean students, from small children to adults. And then I had another one for a Japanese company, Japanese ESL, online ESL company, which is also an office-based company. I worked with that for 1 year, and then now I'm working with Rare Job. If you're not familiar, you can check the website www.rarejob.com.ph. If you open that website, there's a landing page and it's easy to navigate. If you're interested to apply, you can click on apply now, or if you have more questions, there's a button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can chat our tutor support and you can ask them questions. So first, why home-based ESL tutor? Why Rare Job? So the reason for me personally, it's very convenient to work from home, and it's very flexible. The schedule, I own my time. I can plot my schedule however I want. Yeah, whether I want to open slots for like 1 month ahead, or just a day before, or just an hour before the lesson slot, I can do that. I can cancel if the open lesson slots are not booked by students. So it's very flexible. That's the best thing about this job, and maybe about that company. I'm not sure about other companies because I haven't worked in other home-based ESL company. So maybe they have a different arrangement or scheme. So the next part is how to get the job, or how to become an ESL tutor. The first thing is you need to acquire the skills. What are the skills? You have to have proficiency. You have to be proficient in speaking and writing English. Well, you don't have to speak like a native speaker. You don't have to have the same pronunciation or accent, so it's not necessary. As long as you have a neutral accent, then it's okay. So you can definitely apply for this job. And then another requirement is you have to be used to online or video interviews. You have to be ready for your video interview. And then, okay, I'm sorry. So what are the key factors to own your video interview? First is confidence. You have to have the confidence to act like you are a reliable tutor, and that your students can trust what you're saying, because most of the students, especially in Rare Job, they're professionals, they're doctors and engineers, and yeah, consuls, government employees, but also there are some children, some young learners. So that's why you have to be flexible. So you have to have a personality that can be very flexible to adult students as well as young students. And you have to be an efficient tutor. To be an efficient tutor, I think you need to not just have the skills, but also to have an effective learning strategy or teaching strategy for your students. It depends on your company, but I guess you will have a training. In every company, it's different training process. But in Rare Job, the training is more like self-learning for tutors. So we just watch videos and watch and read manuals, and that's how we learn how to teach. And we are given the materials, so it's not a problem. What we teach, it's provided by Rare Job, by the company. So it's not a problem getting some resources for your lessons. So the design for each lesson, for each material style is also different. So it's all provided there. So it's very convenient. So you can get the job if you have the skills. If you can ace the interview, you're confident. You can show them that you can be a good tutor and that you can adjust from adult students to small children. And what are the other qualifications for a good ESL tutor? Especially for Rare Job, you have to be 18 years old, at least 18 years old. There's no age limit, so there are some tutors who are in their 60s, retired teachers. Some are even currently working as teachers, but then they are working at Rare Job as part-timers. So you can do that. I started with Rare Job, maybe I only had 3-4 hours every day. I only had 3-4 hours lessons every day. But as I got confident, or no, as I had gotten used to the schedule and to the students and the lesson process, now currently I have 8 to 10 hour lessons every day, and I'm pretty comfortable with that. it's not stressful. So yeah, I think you can handle that too, if you get used to it. What else? As I mentioned earlier, English proficiency. What does English proficiency mean? So it doesn't have to mean like you speak like a foreigner, like an American, or something like that with an accent. No, you have to be able to distinguish correct grammar, or you have to be able to make corrections if the student commits a grammatical error, even the simple ones. Yeah, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to correct their pronunciation if they have errors in pronunciation. Then being able to identify the students' errors and be able to correct that properly, then I think that is already considered proficiency in English. Some students, though, like to have free conversation lesson, or they make some requests. So aside from the materials that we are given by the company, they make a request like, tutor, can you correct my letter, or can you correct my application, or can you practice with me for a job interview? So they can make those kinds of requests. So you have to be ready for it. So that's why it's also important that you're able to write, or be able to copyright, like correct their sentences, grammar especially. And what else? And teach them how to construct sentences properly. What else? Okay, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, you have to be versatile because of the different age groups of the students. You have to be adaptable because their attitudes could vary. Although rare job students, it's like 99% Japanese, and Japanese students are very polite, so you won't have a problem. Even young children are very polite. I can compare that to my previous company, the Korean ESL one. I worked there for 3 years, and maybe 50% of the students are children, and some maybe are not so polite. So as to attitude of the students, you won't have a problem as to dealing with their attitude, but you just have to be adaptable to the different age groups. And then, yeah, it's demanding because once you open a schedule and it's booked by the student, so you can't cancel that anymore. So it's like the scheme of the company. Yeah, if you cancel, then you reach a certain percentage of cancellation of your total number of lessons. I think there are some kinds of incentives that you wouldn't get. So aside from the basic rate, you will get incentives, and your incentives will be based on your attendance, the notes for the students, and the notes are easy to make. So yeah, it's not that complicated. I think it's easy to do, and also you have to use the video. So mostly I think they require tutors to use the video during the lessons. What are the do's and don'ts? I'll start with don'ts. Don't plot the schedule if you're unsure of your activities, because like I said, if you already open your schedule and then suddenly your family decides to have an outing or go to the beach for the weekend, then if it's already booked, you can't cancel that anymore. So you can open schedules one day at a time. So that's okay. Don't be rude. I tried being rude before. So in the Korean ESL company, because some students are very, very rude too. So it's like, if you're not participating, then I won't teach you anything, like that. I had that kind of attitude before, but I just realized, yeah, it doesn't work. Your students will just complain to the company. So never ever do that. Anyway, maybe you won't have a problem with that with Japanese students. I'm just going to talk about Japanese students because I don't know about Chinese students. I don't have any experience with that. So you would not have any problem with their attitude. So just don't be rude. If, for example, you need to correct the student for pronunciation, so you can use phrases that are not so offensive. Like, for example, okay, you did very well in reading that paragraph, but I'd like to point out a few words so that I'd like you to practice for pronunciation. So something similar to that. And for sentences, you can make corrections too in a simple way and not in a polite way. Like you said, this is your sentence, but you can say it better by changing this part and blah blah blah, like that. So it's easy. And then don't choose your students. So there are some students that are very talkative and participative, and they're easy to handle. They engage well during the lesson, so you end up liking them, and you just want to have students like them all the time. But that's not the case. So you can't choose your students because they just book you like whenever they want, and all kinds of students can book you. So everyone can see your schedule. If you have an open schedule, then they can book you if they like you. So yeah, you just teach the best that you can. Show up. So that you have to show up. So like I said, if you cancel, Japanese people are very particular with attendance. So if you suddenly do not show up for the lesson, then you will have a bad reputation, and then probably they will stop booking your lessons, and then maybe they have connections to other students, and then it's like word of mouth, but in a negative way. They will tell their other friends, oh, don't book that tutor because she's always absent or she's late. Yes, another one. Don't be late. Don't ever be late. Learn to admit mistake, or learn to admit if you don't know anything. Like if your student asks you some questions and you don't know anything. Like, for example, there's one time my student said, we were having a discussion, and he said, what's coelacanth? And then I don't know what coelacanth is. So I had to Google, and I had to tell him, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with what that is. So I had to Google a similar spelling, but I didn't get the spelling right away. And then I realized, oh, it's a coelacanth. It's like the fish, the very old one. And so you can just say, wait a minute, let me just look it up. I'll try to look it up. If you don't know the meaning of the word, I'll try to get a proper definition from an online dictionary so I can give you the correct information, so you can use similar languages. Encourage the student. Some students show that they are, let's say they say, oh, I'm not so good in English. I don't understand. I can't listen well. So you can encourage them. Like, oh, you can just continue practicing. If you keep practicing, you will get used to it. Something like that. So encourage. And then appreciate progress, even the smallest things. Oh, that's a very good pronunciation. You're able to enunciate the word correctly this time. And oh, that's a good sentence. That's a grammatically correct sentence. So that is it. And then last, so I encourage people to try to apply to an online ESL company, maybe not Fair Job. If you're comfortable with small children, you can apply, I think maybe 51 Talk. What else? Maybe Akadsoc, but I haven't tried them, but I know some neighbors who have done that. So maybe you can apply for those if you like small children. So you can do that. So yeah. Okay. And then last, the tips. So if you get accepted, if you're able to develop your skills, acquire the skills, and have all the necessary skills to get the job, then the next thing you do is invest in yourself if you start working. So invest in a good headphone, invest in an ergonomic keyboard or mouse or chair so that you can work comfortably, and then maybe it becomes a sustainable job for you. So yeah, I guess that is it. So I encourage you, if you're not interested, maybe you're interested in digital marketing, then maybe you can tell your friends, you can tell your wives or husbands if they're interested in this. So yeah, I think that will be it for my my share of today's webinar. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction on ESL. And Mao, I just have one question. Like, during the interview, you were asked about on how to, let's say, you were asked to do a demo. Like, do you have some tips on what to do on the demo, or can you provide us how demo looks like on, like, in online? I mean, in ESL.
So we use Skype. I think I'm not sure if it's the same now, but I applied in January 2019. So we used Skype back then, and they're going to check your what's that? Speed. So at least 3 Mbps, I think. So that's their requirement, but it doesn't have to be wired connection. So I just use Wi-Fi or I use LAN wire, and then you have to have that because they're going to check your speed test. And then it's going to only be a 30-minute, 15 to 30-minute demo lesson. And yeah, at that time,
And will
it
that
was like
demo
an
lesson be
article.
provided? Oh, I see.
Yes,
Okay.
you'll be able to prepare for 24 hours, I think. A day before, they will give you the material so you can provide. And then there will be some overview as to how you're going to conduct the lesson.
Thank you so much, and thank you for that, for sharing your insights on ESL, and hopefully a lot of online online freelancers will also apply to ESL. And yeah, we won't be able to discuss the pay online. So yeah, just feel free to apply. And like Mao said, it's Rare Job, 51 Talk, Ahead Talk, and other online freelancing sites for ESL. Thank you so much,
Chris.
Mao. And
you're welcome.
Thank you. And for our next speaker is her husband. He's a virtual assistant, and also he knows about graphics, and an IT graduate here in Siquijor State College. And let's welcome Fevliben Gibone. Hello. Hello, Feb.
Hello, Chris. Is it okay if I'll use my wife's account or my wife's?
Yeah, sure. Yes, you can.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, my name is Fab. So, I'm a graduate of the ICT. So, yeah. So just a bit of a background about myself. So, I worked in the BPO industry before. For almost 4 years, more than 4 years, and I did also virtual assistants on other sites. So just an overview. I did everything. So virtual assistant doesn't mean like you have to do, or you can be just limited to answering emails, calling. Sometimes you need to do basic graphic design or web administration. So those are the things that I did. So right now I'm in credit repair. So the things that I do is I make contact with clients or possible clients. I answer inquiries through our website, through email or through phone. So I do audit on their credit score. We help them build their credit score. So the thing is, in the US, people have a credit score. So the credit score that they have will, their, if they will have a housing loan or a car loan, the interest of the loans will depend on their credit score. So if you have a pretty good credit score, the loans or the interest rates will be lesser than if you have low credit scores. So what we do, we help people with low credit scores build it up, and so that they can have lesser interest rates. And sometimes their salary would depend on their credit score. So it's very important for them to have a pretty good credit score. So uh, what where I apply? Oh, I applied for the job that I had. We have three major sites that I used. So it's careerjet.com. Second is onlinejobs.ph and Hubstop Talent. So those are the top three for me. But there's a lot of freelancing sites where you can apply. So uh, the do's and don'ts, I'm just gonna make it quick because my wife covered most of the time that allocated to us. So um, the do's and don'ts. So if you're applying in your resume, please don't oversell yourself. So putting skills that you're not particularly confident with wouldn't do you any good. So I suggest that you would just put in your resume, or when you're doing an interview, just tell them what are your things that you're good at and what are the things that you want to learn. Just be honest when you do the interview. Because in the long term, if you have or you tempered your um, the skill set that you have, it will have a negative effect not just on you, but on aspiring Filipino freelancers as well. Because they would think that all Filipinos would do the same or temper their skill sets. And also, the most important thing is under promise, over deliver. So so if you were given a task, or if you were asked to do this task and the minimum requirement for the task is 3 days, so you would tell them you can make it happen in 3 to 4 days. But if you can deliver a day ahead, so that would be a great boost, not just on you, on the other freelancers as well, because they would think that thinking about Filipino freelancers in general, that they're pretty, I mean, hardworking. So anything you do will have an effect not just on your own, but on other freelancers that are Filipinos. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, you can shoot it now, or reactions.
Okay, thank you so much. And Fab, how you provided some tips on how, like, the do's and don'ts in applying. Do you have, let's say, some challenges, or were you able to, let's say, just be hired in an instant, or how many applications
Yeah.
did you apply or you tried? Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, just to give you just a glimpse of how to apply. So probably you should make an application every day. So it means for every 200 applications that you sent out, you will have, I don't know, 10 responses. So you just need to apply and apply and apply. And don't waste any opportunity that you have been given. So if you're doing an interview, be there 30 minutes prior to the schedule and just do your best and be honest. That's it. Be honest and keep on applying, because this type of work, uh, it's not that easy. Because if it's easy, everyone will do it. So it needs persistence and pray. That's it. Pray that you will land a job.
Okay. And also, yes, you were graduate in Maria. That is in partnership, or that is in one of the projects of the ICT, which is previously, and now it's Digital Jobs. Was it helpful? Was the training helpful for you to be able to land that job?
Oh, yeah.
Is
Well,
that as well?
the training is very helpful in a sense that you will learn everything you need uh, to land a job. So first, you will be given like the basics on things, like the skills that you will need. So starting with typing speed, email handling, transcription. So those are the things, basic things that you will need to land a freelancing job. So if you're aiming for a virtual assistant job, so calendar management will be one of it. So all of the things that is needed is done during the training. So I was very lucky. Well, Maria is very lucky to have the training here. So there are, I believe, 25 scholars, and most of us are in the online platform. So I would say the government did a pretty good job in investing with the people of Maria, because as you can see, I'm not really sure if Maria is the top town with a lot of freelancers or online workers, but I believe it's probably up to the top, so probably on the top three, within the top three, so in the province. So yeah, we thank the ICT for the training that we have, and hopefully a lot of trainings will come. So thank you, and that's it.
There are a lot, let's say, in every in every applying. Do you have, let's say, some tips on how your resume can stand out among all for your resume to be like read, just even read by the employer? Is lots of like applicants, and I'm sure the employers are only scheming those going over through those applicants. Do you have some tips on how their resume can stand out or application can stand out?
Yeah, if you try applying using onlinejobs.ph or HubSpot Talent, so when you look in some of the job offerings, so you'll see that there will be questionnaires. So the basic question would be, why would you be a best fit for the job? Then how can you help the company? So uh, again, just be honest with the things that you do. So you should tell them that if you have experience, then you will tell them the experience that you have, and then just try to tell them that um, you know, if you will hire me, I will uh, I will do. I mean, as a Filipino freelancer, we have a track record of being hard workers. So and smart one also. So you should tell them just the skill set that you have and how would you help the company and on your own way, and how would you help the team on your own way. Now for the resume, so you should, I mean, if you have some trainings, so don't forget to include it on your resumes. So the trainings is important, and work experience, so don't forget about those things, and make your resume look professional, because the thing that we have before, I mean, when I applied in the BPO industry, it's just so simple, just like background information and work experience, that's it. So the format was not that formal, so I would suggest that you would make your resume formal looking, and work experience and also the trainings that you have. You must put it in your resume. So I have a question here from Tasha. So I tried, I've tried with Upwork and they used Connects. Is it the same with the three platform you mentioned? I'm not familiar with Connects, but in the three platform that I mentioned, so you can have it filtered like the skill set that you have. So I think it's a minimum of three. So for example, you're a virtual assistant. You can type in virtual assistant. You can type in graphics designer. You can type in skip tracer or website development or website developer. So top three options would go, and you can see that it's like a Google query where you can see the top increase for the filters that you made. So you can see there that um, companies that are hiring virtual assistants, companies that are hiring graphic designers, or sometimes they all need those three skills with just one slot or one vacant position. So it's much easier to apply using onlinejobs.ph, HubStop, or CareerJet than Upwork. But I've I've heard and I know people that work in Upwork and work and have applied in Upwork and they were successful also. But I haven't tried doing an application in Upwork.
Okay, thank
So
you. Thank you so much. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
you know, so there's another chat here. Connects are like points to apply in a certain job, and that's a way for Upwork to earn a little money. Oh, so it's like um it's like endorsement or I'm not familiar with connects or the points with Upwork. So again, um, you can check. I'm gonna put it in the chat box so that you can see the sites from where to apply easier. But again, there's a lot of freelancing sites available. You just try to Google freelancing sites and try to check the reviews because reviews are very important to know if those sites are legit and the pros and cons. I've tried before a freelancing site that had a subscription. So I paid about $4 or $5 a month just to view the possible jobs on the site. So look for that, and there's a lot of free websites for freelancers. So just don't lose hope. Send more applications as possible. So what I did, I for 1 week, so I sent out like a minimum of 200 applications. So that's how things work. So yeah, hopefully you can land a job faster than what I did.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Fab. And do you still have some questions for Fab and Maureen? Okay. So for one last question, how do you deal with brownouts?
Yeah, that is a very important thing when you're a freelancer. So what we did, because you need to have contingency plans. So what we call these are investments. So we have this um, brownout kits. We call it brownout kits. So this is a power bank that can power your laptop. So it's like 4 to 5K in the market. So it's a need to have item if you're doing freelance. So you can browse in Lazada or any online shops. But again, check for reviews if it's effective or defective. Check for stars. So this is a very important thing that you need to have if you're on freelancing. So it can power up to 8 hours of your laptop. So this is a power bank for laptop.
That's a very good. Also be taking note of that, especially that we have a lot of brownouts in our province. So thank you so much. I don't have any more questions. And before we'll proceed to the next speaker, we'll be giving out a certificate of attendance for you and Mao as being one of the resource speaker of, oh yes, you're actually one of the scholars before, and now you're already a resource speaker. During this webinar, signed by Director Rick Amores and also Congressman Jake Vincent Villa. So we'll be giving out the certificates as soon as Director Rick will be signing it and sending the certificates to us. Then once it's sent, I'll ask for the signature of Congressman. Thank you so much, Fab and Maureen, for your time. And I know Mao also has a class after this. So thank you so much. Okay, so for our next speaker. Okay, thank you. Sorry, my camera is off because we have a lot of people in the office and say net here. So yes. So right now the speaker will be she's digital jobs training in Martina, virtual assistant. She also enrolled another one in. She also enrolled as with last year's. Sorry about the feedback. With last year's training here in Lorena as well. That would be for social media marketing and digital e-commerce. So let's welcome Miss Narissa Maglangit, social media manager and virtual assistant.
Hello, everyone. No, wala ko na. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, and all the participants.
Okay, just bear with me. She'll be transferring to my PC.
Wala pa na rin. Wala na. Dili ang akong kuan.
Yes, well, we are waiting for our speaker to proceed with her speaking part. I would like to encourage everyone to, if you have some questions to ask, then you can throw it in our chat panel or our comment boxes. But yes, I think we can see our speaker already, but we are having some feedback issues. Can you try again, our speaker?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, but maybe you can. We have some there who is also watching our video. Maybe they could turn off their speakers first, so that
Yes.
there will be no feedback.
Hear me? Or can you hear me
Yes.
clearly?
All right. All right. Now that's loud and clear.
All right.
Go ahead and take it away,
Okay.
Miss Nerissa.
Yes, hi. Hello everyone. Good afternoon and all this one. So let me first introduce myself. My name is Langit. I am a hotel and restaurant services graduate for 2 years and became a customer services assistant for a year and a freelancer for more than 2 years now. And currently, I am working as a virtual assistant and a social media marketing manager. So if any one of you here still has questions on your minds, maybe I don't even know how to do it. So I have the same questions literally every day, but I never stop. So so I just wanted to share a short background of my story. So this is quite irrelevant, but I want to give an inspiration to everyone to keep on going and continue on their journey to freelancing. So back 5 years ago, it never came into my mind that I was able to have this kind of job. Neither I had any idea that that this type of job existed. So though I always wish to work from home, or I mean to work at my birthplace just to spend more time with my family and also find a job that could support my family's needs here. So this may sound funny or even exciting to any of you, but way back 5 years ago, I didn't even know how to turn on a computer or a laptop. So quite a struggle, yes. And I didn't even know how to use a simple shortcut keys like save and paste, but eventually I had to learn it because I entered this kind of job. But mind you, I applied for a customer service representative, and with the help of God, I was accepted, and of course with a lot of prayers. And lucky for me, I was pretty confident and determined to do this, because this is really key family's financial needs. And then I worked the BPO industry for a year, as mentioned earlier, and but since I found the job so stressful, and I decided to quit and go back home. And then luckily, I was first introduced to this kind of job. We attended virtual assistance training, which was held in area. I think it was way back 2017 or 2016. I'm not sure. I never really intended to join that training because they said it was a call center job, and I was thinking maybe they will open a BPO industry. But since I am jobless at that time, and I was very independent person, and I like to, you know, I don't like to ask for money even from my parents. That's why I joined the training. So it was a struggle because this was the first time JMO was introduced to me as well. So before I graduated and applied for a job, then finding jobs came, sending hundreds of proposals, but only got a very few responses, like it's one out of them. Sometimes there is none. And once I replied, there is always a Zen zone. So it was a very devastated time for me. But and I really hated it that time. And also this time I don't have the laptop and the Wi-Fi. So this is basically the resources that you really needed in order for you to have a job line. But luckily, my sister and her husband lent me one. So that's where my freelancing journey started. So, so I
I applied 700 proposals like every day, and it took me 4 months. And but luckily, one of my friend or a great friend and also my mentor offered me a job. So as a virtual assistant, so I accepted. I worked for 8 hours in 6 days. This time I don't have a lock, which is a reality. I don't have a nice chair, a study table, or an upgraded laptop, so or even a stable internet connection. So for me, it was surviving the day with a higher internet connection and no power interruption is my luxury. And there were also times, or should I say, most of the time, my neighbor's bench was my office, and that is the reality. We didn't have a stable connection at home, not even on mobile. So that is a struggle. And I remember my shifts before were 7 to 3, 3 to 11, or 11 in the evening until 7 in the morning. And I hated when there was power interruption at 1 a.m., 2 or 3, because I have to run to our neighbor's place. And you know why? Because there are a lot of ghosts, and I don't want to mention it because and that is a struggle in our island. You have to have a stable internet connection, but since we don't have, so you have to play the game of sudden power interruptions, not an stable internet connection. But we should keep on going. So this is one of my unforgettable experiences in freelancing. You need to be physically active to be online and have to run for if ever there was a sudden interruption in your area. So those incidents happened for like a year and 8 months. But those Hello. So those circumstances never let me down. Instead, I keep on going forward. So moving forward, there came another opportunity for me to join the digital marketing training held last year. So it was stressful because I was still working at that time. I came to the point where I wanted to quit because I was stressed out and I don't even know how to do those tasks that was given on the training. But then I asked myself on why I started. So I continued the training and luckily became one of the medalists as well. So it was indeed a great achievement on my part, but the journey of finding a new job has yet to start. So then I applied again for another jobs, 1,000 of jobs, and shall I say, I was still rejected again for another 100 times, 100 of sin zone, intern scams. Unexpectedly, I was accepted as a virtual assistant last April and then became a social media manager after a few months. And here I am now, working as social media marketing for like 5 months. So back then, if I quit on this first the rejections or the following rejections, I might still now be working as a production operator or a customer service. So for those who are still applying or wanted to be a freelancer, do not give up and keep on moving forward and keep on learning. So do not be afraid of failures. Instead, be more courageous because in this pandemic, there will be more opportunities waiting for you online. So my advice is build your profile online, create good proposals, and take some free online training to compile your portfolio. So these are all available online. All you have to do is do some searches and visit Google. So there are a lot of opportunities and resources for you to review. So and also if you will already loads of tasks that is not related to your job, so make sure you should accept it and declining that task, you should accept it and make sure to ask your clients if you have some questions or qualifications so that you will be guided on the task. So to give you a short background of my work as a social media marketing manager, I do digital marketing online, reply to messages and comments, check mentions, schedules updates, create content to be posted, and follow back. So nowadays, Instagram is one of the leading social media platforms that was used today as a digital marketing point online. So today I'll be providing a brief tips on how to attract hyper-targeted Instagram followers, convert followers to paying customers, and expand your brand using Instagram. So Instagram has over 1 billion users and is a great social tool to market your business to thousands of customers, and it is free. So the right strategies gain customers can significantly increase your business's revenue. So you will need to set an end goal as to why you would like to create an account for your business. Be specific as much as you can. Make sure to create a strong brand handle, that is the Instagram username, that is recognizable, and find the simply yet catchy logo of your brand and create your profile. So decide on what type of contents you would like to put on your Instagram. And contents posted must be thing and precise. So customers tend to skip long contents but would love to see short, precise, and specific content. So high quality video in Instagram marketing. So see it that your post is really to your business. Okay, so make sure not to post your post or your business on your business account, or even tag your business. Do not post because you just wanted to showcase your personal achievement. You can definitely do it on your accounts. Customers and look pretty while you do it. So can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, Miss Teresa, go
Okay,
ahead. Go ahead.
all right. So never underestimate the fact that your most important asset and downfall of the social media network entered. Focus on showcasing the process behind providing the service. Show your company culture, or simply share some tips and how-tos. So third, post Instagram stories regularly. So post regularly and know most active times of your targeted customers. So this can be found on your Instagram insights. These are some of the benefits of using Instagram stories for your brand. So stories are permanently displayed at the top of follower timeline just under the Instagram logo, or it will be posted on Instagram for 24 hours. So this can be used to capture behind the scenes content that doesn't have to be as high quality as regular posts. So stories also make it easy to experiment with the different content types, including photo, short, boomerang, video, GIF-like image, video, film backwards, or a live video. So tagging other accounts at Instagram stories is ideal for collaborator and influencer marketing. So all photos and videos you add will play in the sequence they were added, and you can add as many as you do, which is a good opportunity for you to showcase your products or your services. So also you can use this to target new audiences and add CTAs, CTAs is call to actions to your colleagues, which can be especially used for promotion. So make sure to maximize the use of Instagram. So this is the tips in Instagram marketing. So create a winning profile. So as a company, you probably do a lot of things and offer even more solutions. So don't get too caught up in fitting all of that in 150 characters. As I said, you need to be precise and specific of the contents that you will be posting online. So expand your reach with hashtags. So hashtags is very important. So use hashtags to expand your reach. So hashtag is the word that starts with the hashtags symbol and followed by the word. So if I say you are promoting your product like jewelries, you can use hashtag jewelry. So it will be posted to a lot of followers, and also you can have engagements through having the right hashtags. So, and make sure that the hashtag you are using is very relevant to your Instagram account. So the hashtag is also very important in Twitter, LinkedIn, and other social media platforms. So this hashtags makes it easier for people to find content related to you as well as your main account. So let's move forward to collaborate and mention others. So Instagram is one of the strongest social media channels for highlighting collaborators and sharing customers' success stories. So take into account that not everyone is monitoring hashtags on social media. So tagging an account of social media influencers will also help you reach more engagements, and also you could find potentially your potential customers. So let's move. This is also the one of the tips in having an interesting contest and offer promotion. So keeping your customers interested is an essential part of any effective marketing. Or you can also provide free products to your customers. Let them be the person know about new products, services, or event. Create teaser photos or video that build anticipation or satisfy curiosity for your new release or openings or discounts. This kind of video makes your Instagram followers feel special and keeps them coming back for more insider information. So this is the last one, and definitely the most important one. So make sure to analyze your success and build on it. So without taking a step back, analyzing what worked and didn't, make sure to review your previous posts and analyze which posts work and did. For those posts that didn't work out, make sure to work on those posts, and it is also a great way to help you with your future posts or content. So basically, that is the basic rules of Instagram. And if you have any questions, you can ask me or can drop me messages as well. Thank you. Or you can also drop a questions here.
Okay, yeah. As for the presentation, what happened was that she's using my computer, so the presentation is on her computer. But at a later time, if you'd like, we can go ahead and send you the presentation as well. So that was an interesting one, especially with Instagram, because right now we have, or most people provide Facebook ads, Facebook marketing. What's the difference between Facebook? I mean, why do we need to add, or why do we need to? Sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry. So why do we need to? Why is Instagram marketing important? Whereas there's already Facebook as well.
Hello. So actually, social media platforms, but right now Instagram are the most used platforms. Outside the country, they will use mostly Instagram. They use the Facebook. So if you have a local products, you can use the Facebook. But on Facebook, you can actually you can connect your Facebook account to your Instagram. So if ever you do an Instagram post, you can still connect it to your Facebook account. But based on my observation or on my experiences, Facebook has very low engagements when it comes to potential customers compared to Instagram. But I don't know if this will also applies in the Philippines, because I am catering right now a outside the country client. So, but Instagram is more popular in another country compared to Philippines.
Okay, thank you so much. So yeah, Instagram is more popular in foreign countries compared here. But Instagram and Facebook are also one, like under, Instagram is also already under Facebook, I think. So yeah. Do you have other tips for them, especially that you have, as what you said, you have struggles with brownout, internet connection. How are you able to overcome it in the long run?
Okay, so what I did was to find a place to have a stable internet connection. So right now I was living with my brother just to have that stable connection and stable mobile internet connection. So if there are any sudden power interruptions, I don't need to run to my neighbor's place just to have that connection. And also, my advices are, if you have a budget, you needed to invest on, as what Piblibin says, you needed to invest on the power banks and rent out kits for you to have for you to work efficiently. And if ever there will be brownouts, you destruction.
Okay, and what is I saw, I'm sure unknown to everyone. You also have like some brownout kits. Can you share that one? Your brownout kits, like, or whatever you want to get connected or to have a stable internet, no power, or you're in there's no power, or you're in the middle of somewhere. You do have like a brownout kit with you, sort of.
I'm using a power. I purchased. One of my friend a connector from power bank to the modem. So that is what I'm using right now, because I have a flexible schedule. So I'm not really. Yeah, I'm not concerned with the power interruptions anymore because I can work anytime.
Okay, thank you so much. And let me just check on the website. Let me just check on the FB Live if you have some questions. Do you still have some questions for Narissa? Okay, so thank you so much, Narissa. And I'd like to provide a certificate of recognition to Narissa Maglangit. That would be for being one of the resource speaker during this webinar, signed by Director Frederick Amores and Congressman Jakes Villa. Thank you so much, Narissa, for sharing your experience. So next, thank you. So our next speaker is a project lead. She's also a graduate of digital jobs training in Lorena last year. And she's now currently the project lead of eStrat Digital Marketing. So let's welcome our speaker, Ms. Karine Patarlas.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Chris, for the warm introduction. Charot, mga kaikog, maikog punta. Well, good afternoon, everyone. So let me introduce myself. I'm Karen Patarlas from Larina Siquijor. So firstly, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to Miss Chris, who invited me as one of the speakers. So it is my pleasure to be part of the ICT graduates and be thankful enough that through the DICT program, I had a chance and gained more confidence in seeking jobs online. So starting May this year, this year. So May this year, I was hired as a social media specialist. So that was after our graduation from the ICT training. So I was hired as a social media specialist at Estrat Digital Marketing Company. So it so happened that the CEO of the said company is my mentor or coach during my DICT training, the digital jobs. So it was Coach Ruben Licera. So as a social media specialist, it focuses on creating and appealing and creative digital content for a company's various social media platforms, and work closely with a digital marketing team to generate a social media marketing strategy that will promote customer engagement and brand awareness. So, and a month after, I get promoted as a project lead. So, promoted agad. And I am responsible for setting the expectations for the team members. So I am responsible for setting the direction for the team during the project work. So I am engaged throughout the project life to lead the project team, maintain team dynamics, and keep the team focused, intact, and project deliverables, and to show the team passion for walking the talk and for keeping the team motivated. So the world of digital marketing can be confusing for anyone. So with so many new shiny tools and silver bullet tips being pondered around it, it isn't easy to know that to accept and ignore. So for the challenges, finding clients and holding on to them is the first big challenge that freelancer face. So, but it's also one that's ongoing. Word of mouth referrals are hugely important. So the more jobs you take, the easier it becomes to find new clients. But this takes time. So you need to be patient, be positive, to help put yourself out there and advertise your services. So first is develop your online presence. As a freelancer, you are your brand. Every brand needs marketing. So develop your online presence so clients can actually find you. And secondly, establish yourself as an expert. Consider speaking at an upcoming industry event to establish yourself as an expert in your field. And then, the unpredictability of your finances. The problem usually appears in the first month as a freelancer. So you need to invest your money into software or hardware upgrades. And this leaves little to nothing to your household needs. and managing your time effectively. So you and only you are the master of your time. Meeting deadlines is essential for retaining clients. So don't put off work unnecessarily or leave jobs to the last minute. And lastly, for the tips. So build your freelance portfolio. It makes sense to take part of freelance jobs that require the skills that you are already good, so you can deliver an output that you can be proud of and therefore worth displaying on your portfolio. Second is build your personal brand. Once everything is set, you're ready to build a strong personal brand that can help you win clients, even in unexpected places. Don't skip this part. So remember that with a strong personal brand, you can make winning clients and landing high-paying jobs easier, and thus making freelancing a much more rewarding experience. Third is be confident in your skills. So you may be new to freelancing, but you are not new to your industry. You maybe have years of experience in your field, so you know exactly what you are capable of. Do not underestimate yourself. And lastly is be patient. You probably will not make a ton of money in the first few weeks or even months, but with effort and patience, you will grow your business for sure. So that's all. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss. You have, let's say, some challenges when you first started with online freelancing?
Sorry about that, Miss. Sorry, hello, Miss.
Hello.
Yes, Miss. Hello.
Do you have some challenges when you first?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I think I'm the one cutting in and out, or you're the one cutting in and out.
Yes. I think my connection is choppy, a bit choppy. Do you
Yeah, to Chris, if I may suggest to Chris, maybe you can jot in our chat panel or our chat box your question, because we are losing you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
So, Ms. Karine, how is it as a freelancer? Am I right? You are a graduate of DJT?
Yes, from DICT. Yes, last year.
Last year.
In Lorena's.
So we might have seen each other because I was there for the first two meetings, I guess.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we are waiting for the question coming from Chris.
So you have challenges when you first started in online freelancing? Yes, a lot of challenges, Miss Chris. A lot of challenges. First is I don't have a laptop and I don't have my phone. And of course, first time when I'm into online freelancing, I don't know what to put into my resume. So after the training, so I'm so much thankful and grateful to Coach Ruben that he teaches us a lot about how to build our portfolio and how to create our own brand. That's it. Thank you, Miss Chris. Do I address your question correctly?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your insights on online freelancing, Miss Karine, and a certificate of Karine Patarlas for sharing her time, talent, and expertise as a resource speaker during the digital 2022 in partnership with the Office of the Congressman J. Pavilion. Given the 21st day of December, signed Mr. Frederick D.C. Amor. Yes, we still have two more. And the next speaker is actually Miss Denise. Denise Sarmiento. And now she's a web developer.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me? Hi, hello. So, hi everyone, good afternoon. I am Denise Sarmiento. So, let me start by sharing with you my story. So, let me ask you a question. If you have ever felt the pressure that you should have achieved more at this point in your life, because that's what I felt year 2019 after a year of my graduation. At that time, I was jobless. Although I applied for jobs, of course, luck wasn't on my side. So let me ask you again another question. Have you experienced to feel pressured by the people around you? Because every time people would ask me if I have already graduated, and then when I answered yes, they will eventually ask me if I have already a job, and at that moment you tell them that you're still looking for a job, and then you see in their eyes that they are somewhat disappointed in you. That's how I felt. Now, I don't usually tell this to everyone, but the pressure of everyone around, friends, relatives, acquaintances, enjoying life and making their way in their respective careers hit me so hard. I can't remember how many times I have doubted myself at that time. And I know a lot of you can relate to this. So I was desperate at that time, so I searched for jobs in the internet, but as I saw a lot of available jobs, all I can say is, how am I going to do this job? I don't know what should I do with these jobs? How am I going to apply to these positions? So I continued applying for jobs in the island, mostly government positions, until I discovered that there is a DICT office in Siquijor. And I submitted my resume in case there are available positions. And that was the time that I met Miss Chris. At that same day, she opened up to me and taught me how to make a profile at onlinejobs.ph and other sites where I can study online courses. At that moment, I was able to get a little idea on how freelancing works. So that night, I started building my profiles on online jobs and made my portfolio. But now some of you might say that you don't have portfolio or you don't have experience. Now, for a start, what I considered is a portfolio were articles that I wrote during my college years. So I applied for online jobs, specifically content writing, product description, data entry, virtual assistance jobs, since those were the ones that I'm a little bit familiar with. Every night for at least 10 months, I applied online. I was even using my mobile phone at that time. And guess what? I didn't get any reply. And I was even able to apply with what we call the quick reach scheme. It was until July 2019 when I heard of the Digital Jobs program of DICT. For those who are not familiar with the Digital Jobs training, it aims to increase people's employability by providing training aimed at developing and improving the ICT skills of Filipinos in the countryside and opportunities for them to use these skills towards employment. So back to the story, I really want to join but was hesitant. My thought was, I still don't have a job. If I join, it will be another burden. But later on, I decided to join the training, which turned out to be the turning point of everything. To be honest, the training wasn't easy, but thankfully during training, I was able to land my first online job. So I applied for a web designer and SEO expert job post, and luckily I was invited for an interview. Now, I was hired as a web designer and SEO expert, but reality, I also help my clients in terms of their contents and social media. Now, during interview, it is important that presence of mind is a must. Although there is what we call fake it till you make it, it is a must that you understand what position you are applying for. See, for an example, during my interview, I just want to share it with you. I was ready for the common interview questions that how can you help with our company or something like that? What are your strengths and weaknesses? But it turns out that my client asked me directly how if I am capable of making a website and how when can I work. So what I meant to say is that other clients are direct to the point and they don't really emphasize, don't really, what do you call this? It's not important to them that you have a lot of certificates, although it helps, but it is important that you can do the job that will be handed out to you. And then, so today, I would like to give you a brief idea or overview of how search engine optimization works and its basic needs. Now, SEO or search engine optimization simply means increasing your site's relevant search and visibility. Search engines such as Google uses bots to collect page information and putting them in an index. Next, algorithm analyzes hundreds of pages in the index to determine which pages or sites comes first in the search results. Now, I want to share with you what they call Maslow's SEO hierarchy of needs. First would be the crawl accessibility, compelling content. Second, third would be keyword optimization. Fourth would be great user experience. Then share-worthy content. Then here comes the title, URL, description, and at the topmost would be the snippet and schema markup. Now, what is crawl accessibility? Crawl accessibility describes the search engine's ability to access and crawl content on a page. Crawlers look at web pages and follow links on those pages. They go from link to link and bring data about those web pages back to those servers. So the second one would be compelling content. It answers the searcher's query. It is how your audience feels when reading your content and how they are compelled to take action. Keyword optimization. It is the act of researching, analyzing, and selecting the best keywords to target to drive qualified traffic from search engines to your websites. Next would be great user experience. It mainly focuses on having a deep understanding of users, what they need, what they value, their abilities, and also their limitations. It also takes into account the business goals and objectives of the group managing the project. Then comes the share-worthy content. Now, share-worthy content is more than just a standard blog post or a well-written web page. To be share-worthy, your content has to engage the reader in some way, whether you're providing information they can't get anywhere else, entertaining them or sparking their interest in some other way. So let me tell you that social media is one of the best ways to promote your content. So next up would be the title, URL, and description. All are information that describe your site and page to visitors and search engines. Keeping them relevant and compelling and accurate are key to ranking well. Then the last would be snippet and schema markup. This is a code that you put on your website to help the search engines return more informative results for users. I think that's it. So if any of you have questions, feel free to ask me. But before I end my part, I want to give you some tips personally from my opinion. So first would be, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. This applies when applying a job when you think that what do you call it? Salary is too high for that job description, because you can't avoid this. In every website that has in every online jobs website that you can encounter, I think there would always be people who will take advantage of you. Number two would be, you can't expect your every job applications, you can't expect them to reply to you. So move on and apply to another one. Don't wait for their replies, because when you wait for the replies, it's like waiting for nothing, actually. Then third would be, your cover letter is the key. Instead of focusing only on your skills and certificates, it might be better if you aim to focus on the steps that you can do to help your clients achieve their goals. Because after all, they are looking for someone to help them solve their problems. Some people thought that working as an online freelancer is just purely sitting pretty and facing your computer, but I would just like to clarify that it also needs skills to be able to land a job online. Then fifth would be, apply during nighttime, since most newly uploaded job posts are from other countries, so the time zones matter, especially if you are applying with, because you are applying and there are so many competitors that are also applying for that one job that was posted. Also, I think that's it. So I would also just like to add that when I started my journey, I don't have any laptop to use, an internet connection. So my first workplace was here in the ICT Secure Tech for Ed Center, where I was able to borrow a laptop, not bring them at home, but was able to use it when I'm here. So, and when during weekends, I also work at internet cafes. So what I'm saying is that it's not a hindrance if you don't have all the things that is needed yet. You just have to be creative and improvise. That's all. I think that's it. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. And for the SMO, will you be able to provide, let's say, a presentation later? Or let's say, your notes, will you be able to share
During this later after this webinar? Yes, I think I can present something, tips and what I usually do. Yes, I think I can.
Okay, thank you. So, are you able to learn? One moment. Okay, so how are you able to land jobs? Let's say scammers, because I know you've during the training as well need to apply 10 to 20 jobs a day, and they're also like
answers, or some employers who want to, or who replies immediately. But how are you able to differentiate from scam and from legit jobs?
Okay. First thing, before applying for a position, you should always be familiar with the hourly rate, or the rate that is the rate ranges that of that position that you're applying from, because others are posting job posts that are way too high for that job position. Then another thing, you can tell if it's a real job post from not, if their job description is complete, and they are if they are directly contacting you on the platform that you are using. And then also, you can, although not all, but you can see it if you can see it in their job descriptions, minor spellings and grammars. It also matters, although I'm not, though it's not perfect. Other employers are not perfect in posting their job descriptions, but you can really tell if it's a serious job post or not. And other thing, there are also job posts that requires you to submit your photos and ID pictures holding your photo holding your IDs. Before submitting it, make sure that you have a background check on their website, because I have applied with a job post using my, they're requiring me to take a picture of me holding my passport, and then when I visited the website, it has no content. So that's when I realized that it's a no-no. I think that's it.
Okay. All right. So for the SEO, can you provide, let's say, a short summary about SEO? Or do you have, let's say, or can you try to show one on how to do some SEO, like example?
Okay. I think.
But you don't need to use your clients. Okay. You need another one.
I think I don't have another one, but I can. Oh, wait. So there are tools that I use in SEO, and wait, let me load it first. Okay. Um, Okay, I'll just use one of my current projects. Okay. Can I just explain to them the tools that I use, since?
Yes, just the tools.
Okay. just a little bit. Okay. Can you see my presentation? Oh, yes. Here it is. So, during my SEO, I work as an SEO specialist on my client's website. So, at first, you need to have a, as what I said earlier, content. After that, you have your optimized content with search keywords. I use this Google Search Console to manage my index sites, and then it basically is a let me-
Denise, sorry to cut you off, but are you sharing your presentation? Like, because we could not see.
to rank on Google search results or other search engines. This actually is a sample from Google Analytics. So basically, these are the two most important tools, but you can use other tools, although it has subscriptions, but it is far more detailed other than this. I think these are the things that I can show you, but if you have any questions, you can message me directly and I'll answer as much as I can. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for that information. And so just feel free to message Denise. She's always active online. She can also, if you'd like, she can also share your her Google or Gmail or Facebook. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing. And a certificate of recognition is given to Circel Denise Sarmiento for sharing your time, talent, and expertise as one of the resource speaker during the DigitalJobsPH workshop for Siquijor residents, a webinar on online freelancing conducted by the Department of Information Communications Technology, Visayas Cluster in partnership with the Office of the Congressman Siquijor and on December 21st, 2020. Given this 21st day of December 2020, signed by Mr. Frederick B.C. Amores and Congressman Jake Vincent Villa. Thank you so much. And we do have last two speakers. They're actually founders of Digital Webworks. Digital is an online group named Window Webworks. So let's let's welcome Mr. Ruel Perez and Mr. Sherwin Manag.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Sherwin Manay and my partner. Can you hear us? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, again, I'm Sherwin Manay and my partner in Window Works, Roel Paras. And again, we are proud graduates of the Digital Jobs training of the ICT. We are a graduate of website development and freelancing last, I think, April 2019.
Yeah, we started April and we graduated in June.
Okay. Knowing that the ICT will conduct a website development training in Pinoy, so without any doubt, knowing also that it is a lucrative business, so I joined the website development training. So during the training, it is where the plan to form a group based in Bindoy. But during that time, we don't have a name yet. But me and Roel and some of my classmates are planning to form a website developer group or website designer that will base in Bindoy after graduation. So going further, we have already understood each other that after graduation, we will look for any client. But unfortunately, after graduation, we don't have a client yet. So we seek for another job for, I think, almost 4 months. For almost 4 months, we have different job, but we don't lose any hope that one day our plan to create a group will push through. And during that time also that we have a different job, we keep on locking our client for website development using the skills that the ICT has given us during the website development training. So by November 2019, a good news came from Roel. His client, which he always, shall I say, uh, contact you during the training. Our first client.
Yeah. When we started our class in DICT and in partnership with RISGT,
that client was already present. You have already presented a proposal to create a website for the resort.
Yeah, my girlfriend asked me to go to her dad's birthday, and it was held at Sweetwater Resort, Zamboanga. So when we went there, I saw the potential that the resort was very nice, very cheap, and still quite new. So we asked if the owner was present, and with the grace of God, she was present that day. So we approached her directly, introduced myself as a website developer, and showed her the website I was creating for our DICT website development class, and saw that she was interested. But she did not say yes, or yeah, but she said she was interested. So the thing is, we kept what Mom Chris said, that never give up any bonds or cut any bridges. So we kept all our bridges open and make sure to be confident.
So by November, the owner of the Sweetwater Resort contacted Roel, and she said she will be going to have us create their website. So that's the time our plan, we have hope that our plan to create a group will be pushed through, and that's the time Bindoy with Works was born. So during that time, it was, although we are very happy because we were able to invest just like where we are during that time, because we are planning for our own creating our own website, but we don't have any funds yet. But at that time, we were able to invest our own website and also for DTI registration. So our challenge that time is that our content, we are not confident enough with our content, so we are looking for another group members to be part of us to focus on content. Because me and Roy already and one of our colleagues or classmates focus on website design and also graphics design also. So that's the time we become four in Bindoy Works.
Yes, we kept our doors open, so we also added people who are not graduates of the ICT.
The ICT that can help Bindoy Works in pursuing our goals. Because our initial goals is that during the training, we are planning to create a group for us to have a part-time job on top of our existing job, just like additional income. But again, as what I have said, after graduation, we don't have any client yet. So that plan was not, again, did not push through. So during the time on November, so that's the time, okay, this is our part-time job already, although it's only one client, but we didn't know that after the website was done, the client asked us to manage their social media and booking platforms on any booking sites. So that's the time also that our services was, again, digital marketing or social media marketing was added to our services.
And at that time, we know how to manage social media, but we had no idea on how to create booking sites for their resort.
Yes.
So we told the client that, okay, we will study this, and we'll study this as a company. And then when we got back to them, we accepted their proposal.
Again, we did not, again, we will not say no to our client, but again, we will just say that, okay,
Yes.
we'll do our best in order for us to meet your needs. Then we'll present to you if this is what you really want for your business, or what you really want for your website. So that's we, because we think as we work with our client, we also learn a lot from our work, or shall I say, it's a learning in progress for us. Because every time we are working, we are exploring also, and we are developing our skills. And again, the client of Individual Works doesn't stop there at Sweetwater Resort, because in 1 year time, we have 7 clients already.
Yes.
We have 4 clients from London, the 3 region, and also we have 2 current clients from New Zealand, the real estate company. And also, I would like also to mention that part of our services also is software development, because right now we have a client, we are developing a lending management system for a lending company in Dumaguete City.
Or operation system.
That is why Bindoy Works, if this phase will continue, so Bindoy Works will not only be our part-time job, but eventually
become our full-time job.
Full-time job. If you will add something, Ruel.
And what I would like to encourage all of you to go into freelancing and just mind your skills.
Let's stop learning.
Hone your skills. Never stop learning. Every job will give you more information, more skills that you can take to the next job that you might work on.
Yes.
So after Sweetwater, you mentioned another thing, set small goals. Like our first goal was to land a job, and then we got Sweetwaters. Then our second goal was to land a job in Dumaguete. So we landed Norman Lending's. So we made their OS, or we're still currently making their OS by absorbing Sir Inkoy,
yes,
who is a programmer.
Because we are not limiting only, we are always open to opportunities, especially if there is someone who are also willing to help Bindoy Works in expanding our services. So because during Sweetwater, we have also some friends tell us that, she has a friend who are looking for somebody who can make a software or to manage the lending business of her friend. So again, without a doubt, because using our connection also, we have a friends that can handle the software development. We approach and ask him if he would like to join Bindoy Works. So, and he is willing also to join us and help Bindoy Works to attain our goals. Because we have some inspiration knowing some business in Dumaguete that at first they are catering website development, but right now they are big companies now doing some software development in some big companies in our locality and in the region also. So that's one of our goal also as Bindoy Weaveworks. And also again, as what Troy said, don't stop learning, because if there's a client wants us to do this or to have this, if the client wants this, then again, in mind, we don't have any experience on this, or although we have encountered this word already in our exploring the website, but again, we'll just tell our client that we have some instruction on this. We don't have really some experience, but we'll do our best in order for us to meet your needs or to cater your needs. Again, just don't say no to our client unless if you cannot really do that. That's the time you say no.
Yes. So once a client wants you to do a job and you don't know anything about it, just tell them that you're gonna study it. And then what I would do is first ask Google. I Google it, learn all I can about it, and then if I'm confident I can do it, so I'll go back to the client and then tell them that I'll take the job.
Another good thing also, if you will create a group, just like our experience in Bindoy Weaveworks, is that we have some kind of credibility to our clients. Because usually if we will send a proposal, then in our resume or curriculum vitae, we always emphasize Bindoy Weaveworks. Usually the clients, what is Bindoy Weaveworks all about? So that's the time we market Bindoy Weaveworks, that at the price of this, you will get 5 website developer, designer, because each one of us have different skills and focus on something else that is, I think, advantageous to the client also.
Yes, each one of us are more than capable of making our own websites, but there are certain aspects of the websites that each member is better at than others. So once we all of us join together, then we can really create an amazing website.
Yeah, because usually the client will ask for a wow factor, and then what is wow factor for me and for my colleagues in the Weaveworks and for the client also. So again, if you have something to add.
Let's just treat this as an open forum. So if you have any questions.
So again, don't forget to visit our site also, bindoyweaveworks.com. If you have any questions, you can fill up the form there. And also you can refer also Bindoy Weaveworks. And is it okay if I will tell them that we are giving 10% as referral fee for any successful contract sign?
Oh, before we start the questions, our mission and vision as a company is, of course, it's our part-time job, so financial stability. But we also want to give back. When we want to first start to employ our classmates at the DICT, and then after that, we want to train people who are interested in website development and then absorb the good ones.
Yes.
And then once we absorb them, they'll have a 2-year contract to work for us. Then after 2 years, we're gonna kick them out. But they have to create their own website, or their own company, sorry. So when their contract ends, it's their task to create or form their own company. And we ask them to please do the same. Once they gain enough experience and confidence in making websites, then they too can train and repeat the process.
Yeah, so this is not only for us. So if ever God's willing, Bindoy Works will progress. So again, as what Roel said, we'll have a chance to employ our classmates in DGT before, in website development.
Okay, thank you so much. So, sir, I have a question here from Sir Leon Anfone. Hi, I have a new website, leosimon.tech, and I offered web dev and design services. I want to target local clients. Can you share to us how do you bring clients on the table?
Local, so Facebook, but Facebook is a very effective tool to spread the word, but credibility would be an issue. So if about local clients, it's best to approach them, just like what I did in Sweetwater. So we just happened to went to go to the resort, and then I asked if the owner was there, then approached the owner and showed her the website I was creating while studying under the ACT. But I didn't tell them that I was still studying. I said I was a website developer.
So if you have any prospects, go and approach your prospects. Tell them the advantages of having a website. Then again, as for what we have experienced at first, the client or the prospects is still hesitant. But keep on going, keep on approaching them, and especially those who are with big, all the local who have companies. Because you have to market also yourself and also having a website very convincingly for them that the website is a must because it is a trend nowadays. Even in other countries, every individual have to have a website. Even if you are sleeping, you can still do business with a website. It's something just like that. Again, most important is that you have to approach your prospects and also be sincere enough to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then also you have to, if you have any, you have to make sure that you have a credible portfolio. Shall I say? Yeah, portfolio.
Okay, so portfolios and personal touch is important to get clients. Like say, credibility. So you show them your, let's say, your work before your website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yes.
I have also another question. Forming a group, you have different personalities and all. How are you able to, let's say, continue to be within the group with different personalities and all, so that it won't clash?
Because in our group, when we have a job, so 50% of the proceeds go to the ones that are working and for their expenses, like for internet and other expenses. And if we have profit, the profit will be equally divided within the group members.
So even though one member did not really help in doing that job, still he has a share.
We help each other and we listen
each other
to what every single member wants to say or
any suggestions
wants to point out. Communication is the most important thing, because differences between us with the right positive communication, you can of course, create what do you call that? A compromise.
To be within the group with different personalities and all, so that it won't clash.
Because
okay, so yeah, so there is a compromise. Okay, so one more question. One moment. So we have this pandemic, and we're targeting businesses. You are targeting businesses like resorts and yeah, ending. However, pandemic came. How are you able to cope up with the pandemic, and how are you able to approach still the clients we're in on how you want to, let's say, create a website in spite of this pandemic? So how are you able to market your services during this pandemic?
The way we market our services is still the same through our website and word of mouth. But because of the pandemic, we lost a couple of jobs, like the social media management and
yeah, we are also hit with the pandemic also because our contract with Sweetwater Resort before last March was cancelled because of the pandemic, because no more tourists are going to the resort. So what we did is that our other option is to look for a client on online platform like DigitalJobsPH. That's where we got our 3 surgeon clients sometime last July, August of this year.
And the website,
and also, yes, our website also
give us the
client,
New Zealand
client also. Yes, our client right now in New Zealand is through our website. I think they message us through the contact form. Then that's it. We close the deal with them. Lucky for us.
And they gave us 50% down payment.
And it is still current. And we are hoping that the owner of the website will tap us also to manage the website as what we have talked initially. So hopefully, as soon as we finish the site,
yes,
hopefully. So God willing.
It's just like what Ma'am Chris said to us when we were in training, that never cut any bonds.
Yes.
That's why even though we ended our contract with Sweetwater, we still keep in touch. And we still help them manage little by little with their social media.
Also offer to manage the website also. Offer a proposal to manage the website.
And give them hints about what they can do for their resort.
And also their social media platform also.
Okay, thank you so much. And Sir Ruel and Sir Sherwin was also a graduate of Digital Jobs Training in Bindoy. They're also the top 2 scholars. They're also medalists as well. Thank you so much, sir. And let me just check through Facebook if we have other questions.
Thank you, Ma'am Chris.
Thank you so
Josh,
much.
All the other speakers and all those
who also are listening. For this opportunity.
Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the best in your business as well, and hopefully you'll be able to help others.
Yes,
and also your fellow classmates will also follow. Thank you so much. And yes, a certificate of recognition is also given to Sir Sherwin for sharing his time, talent, and expertise as the resource speaker during the DigitalJobsPH workshop for Siquijor residents. It's a webinar in online freelancing conducted by the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Visayas Cluster 2, in partnership with the Office of the Congressman Siquijor on December 21st, 2020. Given this day, 21st day of December 2020, signed
Mr. Frederick B.C. Amores, OIC Office of the Regional Director, Department of Information Communications Technology, the Visayas Cluster 2, Region 7 and 8, and Congressman Jake Vincent Villa, Congressman, Lone District of Siquijor. The same certificate is also given to Mr. Ruel Y. Paras and signed Mr. Frederick D.C. Amores and Congressman Jake Vincent Villa. Thank you so much. And we now hear, we were able to hear all the freelance, all our freelance. Our project development officer of Visayas Cluster 2, Region 7, who will be able to provide us what DICT can help and do for online freelancing. So, Josh, and let's welcome Joshua Domen.
Hi, Chris. Can you hear me well? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So, my presentation will be quick. I won't take this long. I'm not the star of this webinar. Our stars of this webinar have just delivered their very inspirational speeches, no, and messages, and they were able to give our listeners a view of how it is to become a freelancer, an online freelancer. And I believe our listeners and our viewers have actually had some information overload. We have quite a lot of speakers for this afternoon, around 7. So this will just be quick. I just would want to share to everyone what the DigitalJobsPH training is. Most of our presenters this afternoon actually they have shared that they are graduates of this training. And so for others who would also want to be like them, and those who would follow their steps, there is a free training being conducted by DICT, and you could actually join this training to be just like our graduates and now our online freelancers. This is a free training. You don't have to you have nothing to pay for. The ICT will actually be giving you some kits, USB flash drives, notebooks, and everything else that could help you jumpstart your career in online freelancing. And so let me give you a briefer, an orientation, a quick orientation on what DigitalJobsPH, or let's simply call it DJT, no? Because the name of the program is quite long, so let's call it DJT. So DJT is actually formerly known as Rural Impact Sourcing, or RIS. It was just late last year, when the name was changed to DJT, although the module and the content of the training is still the same. We just patterned a name for branding, but it is still the same. The content and the module are still the same. Okay. It was in 2017 when the Rural Impact Sourcing, now DJT, was created. And simply put, DJT actually promotes ICT-enabled jobs, no, to our communities. So we conduct face-to-face trainings, especially to far-flung areas, to rural communities. We go sa mga kadagat-dagatan o kabukid-bukiran, no, to deliver a face-to-face training wherein our participants would know and would have that passport to become online freelancers, no, regardless of their location, regardless of how far they are to the major hubs. We consider, no, we are happy in the ICT that Manila, Cebu, Davao are actually the major hubs in terms of the IT BPM industry. But we are also after, and we consider, how about those areas that are not reached? How about those areas where they have potential talents? They have local talents, they have pool of resources, but opportunities are not present. Opportunities are not that high. So people tend to go to these major cities. They go to Metro Manila, to Cebu and Davao to earn for a living, to earn income, to work for the IT BPM industry, in which it is actually a mover, no, for our economy. The IT BPM industry is one of the greatest contributors to our GDP or to our economy. And so we are implementing this training because we want that all those other locations, all those other rural communities, the people there need not to go to these certain cities, to these major hubs just to work. They could stay at home, and in times like this, no, where there is pandemic, and it is encouraged that people just stay at home and they don't have to leave the comforts of their home to work and earn. And so this is very timely as well. This training is very timely. There we have an invisible enemy outside, and so we have to reduce our going out, our leaving leaving the doors, no. And so online freelancing actually will be able to answer and address such concern, no. When you work online, when you work at home, your office is just a 2 steps away from your bedroom, perhaps, or from your bed. You wake up in the morning and then you immediately work. You don't have to perhaps take a bath that much because you are working behind, no? Not unless there are meetings or online meetings with your clients, so you have to look presentable. But most of the time, you just have to you could be as comfortable as you could be. So that's what we are actually offering at DICT. We also have priority beneficiaries now of RIS, formerly RIS, but now it is DJT. So if you are an out of school youth, perhaps you finished at least high school. If you finished junior high school, and maybe you have entered college, you were able to reach first year or second year college, but because of some financial constraints, because of some challenges, you were not able to finish. You are very much welcome here to this training. Regardless of your educational background, no, we welcome you with open arms. And in online freelancing, perhaps some of our speakers have mentioned, I'm not sure, but in online freelancing, educational background is actually not an issue for as long as you're able to deliver what is being asked from you in terms of online freelancing. Then you could enter this this industry. I have personal friends. I know of people who are also graduates of DJT, no, na they didn't finish college, they didn't finish a degree, but they are working online. Because of this training, they were able to earn an income. And if I may share, I won't say the name, but there is this one graduate from Bayawan, I think. She's currently earning 60,000 a month. And yeah, she's earning that much. And she herself is not a college graduate. I think she was able to finish 2 years in college, but look at her now. She is earning big without leaving the comforts of her home. So regardless of her educational background, you're very much welcome here in DGT. Also, for those who are unemployed, especially now, I believe we have listeners who are OFWs. OFWs now actually have been displaced. Most of them have lost their jobs, have lost their works. Not only OFWs, also some of our workers here now in the country. Many lost their jobs. Many were displaced because businesses could not prosper, and so they are left to being having no work, or these businesses tend to cancel their businesses, their operations, and so that also means that their workers or their staff also have to be affected. You are very much welcome here if you're unemployed. Or maybe you might be employed right now, right? You may be government workers, you might be employed in the private sector or in the public sector, but you don't see any fulfillment in your career, or perhaps your income is not that enough, no, to support. Perhaps you have your family, and so you have financial obligations. If you do have a work but you are not fulfilled, or you want to venture into another career, then perhaps online freelancing is for you. And so you are also welcome here in the training. We can accommodate you. Also students, I believe we just had our Lapu-Lapu City graduation, no? And just this weekend, and we had a lot of students who joined, and they're already on their thesis. They're already in their OJT, but they have free time since they're having their online classes, and so they can also join us here in this training. So you are welcome here for as long as you are a junior high school graduate, regardless if you are studying, for as long as you can commit to the training schedules, then you're also welcome here. We also have PWDs, persons with disabilities, no? They don't have to leave the comforts of their houses just to earn an income. It is very risky for them, no? Especially for them. Perhaps if they transport or they commute, whereas if they just work online, if they just work at home, they are very safe, no? There are no accidents or incidents that might happen. And so PWDs are very much welcome here. I believe I have a friend. She is a graduate of DJT in Luzon, I think in Laguna, if I'm not mistaken, and she has cerebral palsy. All right, if you could imagine, she might have some disabilities. She might not be able to control her body movements as compared to the normal ones, no? But that didn't stop her from being a DJT scholar. And as a matter of fact, she finished with flying colors. She finished as a medalist, because if you perform outstandingly in this training, then you could also be a medalist. So aside from your certificate that will be giving you, you also have a medal to bring home, and you have so much opportunities if you have this, right? Then also senior citizens, you're also welcome here, no? I believe there are senior citizens who might still need to work. They might still have some financial obligations to attend to, and so they need work. They want work, but their age is restricting them to work, because I believe the mandatory age of retirement is 65 or 60 in some establishments. So they're also welcome in online freelancing. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, again, it is in the Bayawan City DJT, wherein there were around 60 years old plus students or trainees of DJT, but look at them now. They are working online. They are earning online, no? So we believe here that age is just a number, for as long as you are willing to learn and earn. There was someone who shared earlier, no, na she didn't know how to use a computer. She didn't know these tools and those things that are quite techy. But look at them now. They are earning right now. And so if you belong to this sector, then you are very much welcome here in this training. We can see you one of these days. All right. Now, what are the courses offered? So the courses that we offer are also the jobs that you will be, that are available online. All right, we have the comprehensive, which is the digital marketing and e-commerce course. That's the first one. This is comprehensive because you have a partner MSME, no? Mga small scale businesses or medium or micro businesses, kaya ng mga daily major businesses, no? And your project is actually to create a website for these MSMEs. So there is a 1:1 ratio for you to create their website So we are hitting two birds, no? One, the trainee or the scholar will learn how to create, no? And it will also teach them the value of responsibility. And second, the MSMEs will also grow, no? Our businesses, because the trend now is if you don't go online, if your business is not online, then chances are you cannot make it more than any businesses, diba? So we hit two birds with one stone: the learner or our trainee, our scholar, and the business establishment as well. Because of course they create their websites for free. So if you could imagine, no, creating websites right now is actually it is very in demand, and the income is really that high, no? So that's one thing. That's one course, the comprehensive or the digital marketing and e-commerce course. The second set of courses are those that have no MSME involvement. So we have first the basic virtual assistant. If you want to become perhaps an executive secretary, no, a virtual secretary, scheduling tasks or appointments or doing some errands for your client, then this course is for you. Then we also have content writing, perhaps for bloggers or for those into Facebook or Instagram marketing, and you really if you want to produce the contents for some brands, for your clients, then this course is for you. We also have search engine marketing and advertising. I think this was discussed earlier by one of our speakers. And so this is another course that we offer. We also have social media marketing and advertising, similar to content writing, no? Wherein you involve yourself in social media and you are the one managing the brands or the businesses of your clients, then this course is for you. We also have graphic design. You will create posters, the layouts of your clients, and if you want to be a graphic designer, then this course is suits you. Then we also have web development, wherein of course you'll be creating and developing websites of businesses, of establishments. Although this is also covered, no, these items from numbers 1 to 6 are actually covered by the comprehensive. Only that these specialization courses really really stick and discuss to the core of these topics. And then finally, we have the online ESL, or English as Secondary Language, or EFL, English as Foreign Language. No, Filipinos, we are known for being so good in English. We have a strong command for English, and that is why Chinese and Japanese would hire us to teach them English, just to converse with them in English. And so DICT is actually in partnership with 51 Talk. We are a recognized partner by 51 Talk, and we also recognize 51 Talk in providing opportunities for our Filipinos who want to work online through English teaching. So that's one of our courses as well. All right. Now, as I've mentioned, it was in 2017 when this training was born. DICT was, we are still in our toddler years. It was in 2016 when we were born. A year after, RIS or DJT was established, providing digital opportunities to Filipinos through online freelancing trainings. So before we did face-to-face, no, but later on this year, because of the pandemic, we have slowly transitioned to online. So as a matter of fact, the Lapu-Lapu City run that we just had, or we just ended or culminated this Saturday, it was an online teaching. So, or it was an online training. It was not a face-to-face anymore. And so we expect that all those coming trainings now will also be online. So you don't have to leave the comforts of your homes to learn and to be trained by our training. We don't have to face the invisible enemy. So these are the lists of the trainings that we have already conducted since 2017 in Region 7 and Region 8, because we are a clustered region. So Visayas Cluster 2 involves both Region 7 and Region 8. So if you could see, we have some cities coming from Region 8 aside from those in Central Visayas. So usually, no, usually, once we are done with a certain location, we give chances to others as well. Except for some cases, no, now we really have to repeat or conduct, especially if there are positive outcomes in that location. So if you want to have your next city or municipality as the next location for our training, you can chat them down in our comment box or in our chat panel, no? Or in our comment section. Then we can review and we can consider providing a free training in your location. So usually what we consider are locations that have strong LGU support, no? Because LGUs are also our partners. So if you believe that your LGU would be very supportive, no? Because this is a two-way relationship. It is not only DICT who will be conducting the training. The LGU will also be our equalizer, or we are on equal footing in delivering the training. Back in the days when there was still face-to-face training, no, the LGU provides the meals or the food, no, the lunch, the morning and afternoon snacks for the trainees. So basta, this training is really, it's mo attend na lang ka, you will just sit down and you will just listen. You will be fed, dili mo magutman. If this is a face-to-face training, what you will just do is just to do the projects, to do the tasks. And in the end, you're good to go. You're already ready to enter the arena of the real world. So the real world of online freelancing. And so if you have some locations, if you believe your city could actually help us to be our partner in DICT to conducting this this training, then please help me or help us in DICT so that we can visit your location next. Perhaps, no, kung okay na ang situation, if mass gatherings are already allowed, if COVID-19 will be gone, then we could return the face-to-face training. So mabalik na ipagkaon usog. So you can comment in our chat panel, in our comment box. Go ahead, we will consider your location. All right, moving on. So these are some, I can skip some of this because these are the accomplishments we had for last year. We can skip on this. This was our trainings that we had in Region 7 for 2019. We had it in Bindoy. That's why Mr. Sherwin and Mr. Ruel were there. We had also in Sogod, in Cebu. We supported an ESL training in Cebu City in partnership with 51 Talk. Maybe there are would-be English teachers here online, then you might sponsor along with 51 Talk a training there. Just let us know. We also have in Loon, Bohol, Larena, Siquijor. I think some of our speakers earlier are actually graduates of this. I have met them there, maybe for 1 or 2 times. We also had in Tagbilaran, Bohol, and in Dumaguete, Negros Oriental, also last year. These are all women trainings. Then we also had a web development training in Zamboanguita, Negros Oriental, and also in Naga City in Cebu. Okay? Then we also had in Region 8, but since our webinar this afternoon involves the Region 7, no? So maybe we can skip on this part. We can skip on this. These are the accomplishments that we had. But if you could, we can stay on this slide, no? If you could imagine, after all those trainings that we had for 2019, our graduates of DJT generated an amount of 655,500 pesos. No? And, well, what this training differs, no, from other trainings, because there are actually a lot of commercial trainings online where you can learn about this about this field, there are a lot of academies online or online academies that will give you certificates for as long as you join their training. So what differs this from them now is number one, this is free. In some other trainings, you pay around 8,000 pesos just to learn about this online freelancing. But here in DICT, actually, in our part, it is not free because we actually pay for the honorarium of the trainers. So the trainers are not basta-basta, no? They are actually CEOs of digital marketing companies, they are CEOs of a lot of online businesses or online establishments. And so we pay for their honorarium. So it is rest assured that you will really learn from the experts. And another difference is that in this training, you will have an immersion. There is a campaign wherein you will already seek for your online clients, no? So even if you are not yet if you have not yet finished this training, even if you have not yet graduated from this training, there are chances, there is a great tendency that you will already be working. You will already be earning because that is part of the training. If you go for trainings, in other trainings, you will be given modules, but you are left until there. There is no support for you to get clients. But here in DJT, we will help you with your journey in getting clients. So even after graduation, most of our graduates are already working and they are already earning. They already have clients. So maybe we can skip on this. So we can also skip on this because these are some internal matters. But yeah, we have a lot of partnerships, from other private organizations and institutions. We partner with 51 Talk for our ESL course, for our online ESL course. So as a matter of fact, just last year, we partnered with 51 Talk Cebu to deliver a training for the possible teachers. Then we also conducted, during the pandemic, we conducted webinars about ESL. So our speakers also came from 51 Talk. Then we also partnered with UNILO, or the International Labor Organization, and all women training for our Dumaguete and Tagbilaran run. So they also sponsored such trainings. And we also had partnership. If there are people here from Negros Oriental, we had a partnership with PHCCI and CDA. So expect that one of these days we'll be conducting trainings in your cooperative. So if you're a member of cooperative, chances are we'll also be conducting the training for you. Then these are some testimonies from our graduates. We can actually skip on this, although I can share these slides later if in case you really want to delve deeper about this topic or my presentation. So we already have some locations in line for 2021. But it is not yet complete. Also with 2022, we already have a soft target for 2022 wherein we must deliver this training, but we still have locations to name. So we will have one web development training for Siquijor next year. We also have for San Jose and Sibulan web development for next year. But we still have locations to identify. So if you have some suggestions or recommendations, then please let us know in the comment section. So these are our locations for Region 7 this year, and most of them have already been done. So we are now looking forward for next year. So I think that's all. But before I end, let me share na lang, because this was opened up. There are a lot of questions earlier on what are the sites to go to if you want to become an online freelancer. So actually, just this March, when the pandemic came in, I shared a list. This list came from also my freelancer friends who are also graduates of DJT. So this is a complete list, or not really complete, but at least some of the sites where you want to apply online. So I can share also this to you. And also, just some shameless plug, no? For those who really want to go into online freelancing, I have created a channel. I hope this helps you. It is entitled Tech Talks with Pambansang IT Guy. In YouTube, I have some video contents and some materials or resources for you to help you venture out in your online freelancing career. My featured video is actually top 10 online job sites for Filipinos if you want to enter the online freelancing community. So I think that's it. If you have questions, since we are almost, our time is almost over, you can put them in our comment box or in our comment panel, and then I will be answering them by text na lang, no? So that we can accommodate everyone. All right, so I'll give it back to you, Chris.
Okay, thank you so much. So the link, just go to Pambansang IT YouTube channel, Pambansang IT, or Joshua Domen web FB page.
Sorry for the shameless plug to Chris.
Okay, so thank you so much. And for the Google form, one moment.
So I hope our participants really have learned something today. Yeah, for the upcoming trainings, there is still no schedule yet. Although the locations are yet to be identified, although they have been identified, but the schedules are to be set. So just like and follow our Facebook page, because that is our platform to announce the final schedules of our locations. So that's at DICT FOO VC2.
Okay, thank you. And Jo, can you share the link for the evaluation? Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be sending the link in a few minutes, and we would like to thank everybody for the time, and we also like to thank to all our speakers, Miss Denise, Sertzel Denise Sarmiento. We also have Maureen Gibone, Febliven Gibone, and Ms. Narisa Maglangit, Ms. Karin Patarlas, and Mr. Sherwin Manaay, and Sir Ruel Peras. Thank you so much. Also, a certificate of appreciation is given to Congressman Jake Villa for the unending support during the DigitalJobsPH workshop for Siquijor residents, a webinar in online freelancing conducted by the Department of Information and Communications Technology Visayas Cluster 2 in partnership with the Office of the Congressman Siquijor on December 21, 2020. So a special thanks to Congressman Jake Vincent S. Villa, Director Frederick D.C. Amores, our Regional Director, Visayas Cluster 2, Region 7 and 8. We also thank the Provincial Officer, Engineer Aurelio C. Tinapay, Engineer Kari S. Flores, Joshua Elizar Domen, and yours truly, and the DICT VC2 staff. Thank you so much. And one moment. Okay, so the link is given. So the link is on the chat window. I'll be also placing this link on the Facebook, And for the code, that would be online Siki. That's the code for the day. Please take note of it. And that's sort of like a password for you to be able to submit the form. Thank you so much, and continue to keep learning. And this is Chris signing off, and have a great day.